Good morning, Professor B. How are you today?
I'm doing great, hey. How about you?
I'm doing well too, thanks for asking. I wanted to talk to you about my academic progress.
Absolutely, what would you like to discuss?
I feel like I've been struggling in my math class. I've been studying a lot, but I just can't seem to understand some of the concepts.
Don't worry, that's completely normal. Have you considered talking to your math teacher for some extra help?
Yes, I have. I'm also thinking about joining a study group with some classmates for extra practice.
That's a great idea, eh? Remember to take breaks and don't stress yourself out too much.
Thanks for the advice, Professor B. On a lighter note, do you have any plans for the weekend?
Actually, I'm planning to check out a new restaurant that just opened up in town. How about you?
I might catch up on some sleep and binge watch my favorite TV show.
Sounds like a great plan to unwind. What's your favorite show?
It's a comedy called The Office. It always puts me in a good mood.
That's a classic. I love the characters' antics. Have you seen the British or American version?
I've only seen the American one, but I heard the British one is just as funny.
Definitely check it out sometime. Well, it was great chatting with you, eh? Keep up the great work in class.
Thank you, Professor B. Have a great weekend. Hey B, what do you want to watch on TV tonight?
I'm not sure, Dad. Any suggestions?
Well, there's a new comedy that just came out. It's supposed to be really funny.
Sounds good to me. What's it called?
It's called The Good Place. Have you heard of it?
No, I haven't. What's it about?
It's about a woman who accidentally ends up in heaven and has to pretend she belongs there. It's hilarious.
That sounds interesting. Let's watch it. This show is so funny. I'm glad you suggested it, Dad.
I'm glad you're enjoying it, B. It's nice to have a good laugh every once in a while.
Yeah, especially with everything going on in the world right now.
That's true. But it's also important to remember that things will get better eventually.
Yeah, you're right. And in the meantime, we'll just keep watching funny shows like this one.
Absolutely. And maybe next time we can try a new genre, like a mystery or a drama.
Sure, that sounds like a plan. Thanks for spending time with me tonight, Dad.
Of course, son. Anytime. Let's finish this episode and then head to bed. Hey B, have you heard about the ISO 27001 security audit trail?
Yeah, I have. Isn't it some kind of security protocol for businesses?
Absolutely. It's a standard that companies can follow to make sure their information security systems are up to par.
That sounds important. But why is it called a trail?
Well, it's a record of all the activity in a company's information systems. It's like a breadcrumb trail for hackers, but also for internal auditors to follow.
Ah, I see. So it's kind of like a detective story, but for data.
Yeah, that's one way to think about it. But it's definitely not as sexy as a detective story.
Haha, no doubt. But I guess it's still important to have a good trail of evidence, even in the not-so-sexy world of data security.
Absolutely. In fact, companies that follow ISO 27001 standards are often seen as more trustworthy and reliable by their clients and customers.
Well, sign me up. I want to be seen as trustworthy and reliable.
Haha, good attitude. But first we have to make sure our own house is in order.
Right. So where do we start?
Well, first we need to identify all the critical information assets that we need to protect. Then we can start implementing the different protocols and measures to keep them secure.
Sounds like a lot of work, but I guess it's better to be safe than sorry.
Absolutely. And if we do it right, we might even become information security superheroes.
Haha, imagine that. We'll be like Batman and Robin, except for the digital age.
Hey, it's not so far-fetched. Maybe we'll get our own comic book someday.
Haha, one can only dream. But for now, let's just focus on being responsible and diligent data security professionals.
Agreed. And hey, who knows? Maybe one day we'll look back on this conversation and laugh at how clueless we used to be.
Haha, let's hope not. But I do feel more informed now, so thanks for explaining it all to me.
No problem, B. That's what helpful assistants are for. Hey there B, how's it going?
It's going pretty well, eh? How about yourself?
Can't complain. So, what's on your mind?
Well, I was thinking about how we can optimize our manufacturing process to reduce costs.
Gotcha. That's definitely a big one. Any ideas?
Yeah, I was thinking that we should start by analyzing our production lines and identifying where we can eliminate waste.
That's a great start. Have you thought about using technology to help with that?
Absolutely. I was actually considering implementing some machine learning algorithms to help us identify patterns and improve efficiency.
Nice. And what about our inventory management? Have you looked into that at all?
Yes, I think we can definitely improve there too. I was thinking of using RFID technology to better track our products and reduce the amount of excess inventory.
Sounds like a solid plan. And what about our suppliers? Are there any improvements we can make there?
Definitely. I think we can negotiate better rates and terms with some of our current suppliers or even look into new ones to maximize our savings.
Superb. And how do you think we can better engage and motivate our employees to contribute to these efforts?
Good question. I was actually thinking of implementing some incentive programs and training workshops to make sure everyone is on board and understands the importance of these changes.
Right on. And how can we measure the success of all these initiatives?
Personally, I think we should develop some KPIs and regularly monitor and analyze our progress to see how we're doing and where we can make improvements.
Excellent. Overall, it seems like we have a clear plan of attack to optimize our manufacturing process and cut costs.
Absolutely. I'm excited to see how these changes will positively impact our business.
Hey, B. How's it going?
Good, thanks for asking. Just thinking about how to optimize the performance of our application on the cloud.
That's definitely something we need to focus on. Have you identified any areas that need improvement?
Yeah, I think we could speed up the processing time by improving our caching strategy.
That's a great idea. We should also consider using a content delivery network to reduce latency.
Absolutely. And we should make sure to optimize our database queries to ensure we're not wasting any resources.
Agreed. We could also look into using serverless functions to further improve scalability.
Good point. And we should definitely be monitoring our application regularly to catch any issues before they become bigger problems.
Definitely. By the way, did you catch the big game last night?
Sure did. What an intense match. Did you have a favorite team?
I'm ashamed to admit it, but I'm not much of a sports fan. What about you?
I'm a die-hard basketball fan. I won't miss a game for the world.
Nice. Maybe you can teach me the ins and outs of the game sometime.
Of course. And I'll teach you everything I know about cloud technology.
Deal. We should grab a beer after work sometime and discuss further.
Absolutely, looking forward to it.
Hi there. I'm a software engineer and I'm designing a fitness app that can track progress and provide workout recommendations. Would you be interested in working with me to design an interface for the app?
Hi. As a UI designer, I'd be happy to help. What kind of data are you planning to track in the app?
I was thinking of tracking things like steps, heart rate, calories burned, and possibly even sleep patterns.
That sounds good. What about the workout suggestions? How will the app know what exercises to recommend?
The app will have a library of exercises and will suggest workouts based on the user's fitness goals and current fitness level.
Okay, I can definitely work with that. What kind of visual elements do you think would be good to include in the app?
I was thinking graphs to show progress over time and perhaps motivational quotes to keep users engaged.
Great idea. How about color schemes? Do you have any preference?
I was thinking of using bright, energizing colors to help encourage users to stay motivated and active.
Sounds good to me. Should we include any social features in the app, such as sharing progress with friends?
Yes, absolutely. Social features are always popular with fitness apps. It helps users stay accountable and motivated.
Perfect. This app sounds like it's going to be really helpful for people. I'm excited to get started on the design.
Me too. Thanks for your help. Let's create an app that will motivate people to reach their fitness goals. Hey B, how's it going today?
Not too bad, just working on optimizing our database. It's been a bit of a challenge.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Have you tried partitioning the tables or indexing certain columns?
I've done both actually, but I'm still seeing some slow queries. I think we might need to look into query optimization.
That's a good idea. I heard there's a new tool we can use for that. It's called Explain and it helps identify slow queries and optimize them.
Oh, I haven't heard of that. Thanks for the recommendation.
No problem. By the way, have you met our new intern yet?
Nope, I haven't had the chance. What's their role?
They're working on front-end development mainly, but they're also interested in learning more about database optimization.
That's great. The more the merrier. We can always use an extra set of hands.
Absolutely. And you know what they say, a problem shared is a problem halved. Maybe we can work together to improve the database performance.
Sounds like a plan. Mind if we grab a coffee and discuss further?
Not at all. Let's go. And maybe we can brainstorm some ideas on how to make our website faster and smoother too.
I like the way you think. Let's get that caffeine buzz going.
Hey B, do you like curry?
Oh, I love it. The spicier the better.
Really? I prefer something milder. What's your favorite type of curry?
I'm a big fan of Indian curries. Chicken tikka masala is my go-to.
Nice. Have you ever tried a Japanese curry though? It's a bit sweeter and milder than Indian curries.
Oh, yes. I had it once at a Japanese restaurant. It was amazing.
Have you ever made curry at home?
Yeah, but it never comes out as good as the restaurants.
I know what you mean. I once added too much spice, and my mouth felt like it was on fire.
Ah, that's the fun of trying new recipes. What's your favorite ingredient to add to curry?
I like adding coconut milk to make it creamier.
I love adding veggies like eggplant, potatoes, and even okra.
Okra in curry? That's interesting. You know what they say, variety is the spice of life.
Exactly. And speaking of spice, have you tried adding cinnamon or cardamom to your curry?
No, I haven't. But I'm always open to trying new things.
You should definitely give it a try. It adds a unique flavor that you wouldn't expect.
Thanks for the suggestion, B. I'll make sure to try it out next time I make curry.
No problem. A curry is always better when shared with friends.
Hey, have you ever tried cachapa before?
No, I never heard about it. What is it?
It's a traditional Venezuelan dish. It's like a pancake made of cornmeal and stuffed with cheese.
That sounds really interesting. What does it taste like?
Well, it's savory and a bit sweet at the same time. The cornmeal has a nice texture and the cheese gives it a gooey goodness.
Oh wow, my stomach is rumbling already. Is it served with anything else?
Yes. You can have it with different toppings, such as shredded beef or chicken, or even avocado and plantains.
That sounds like a mouth-watering delight. Where can we go to taste this Venezuelan goodness?
There's a place near here that serves cachapa. We could go there for lunch today.
Yum, I'm all in. Let's go try this amazing dish.
Great idea. I'm so excited to introduce you to this gastronomic masterpiece.
I'm ready to have my taste buds shocked with delight. What else can you recommend for us to try?
You have to try the taquinos. They're like mozzarella sticks, but with a Venezuelan twist.
Sounds like a party in my mouth. Let's go. I'm hungry and excited to try these new flavors.
Hi there, I hear you're the network engineer for our telecom center.
Yes, that's right. Nice to meet you, and you're the cybersecurity expert, right?
Correct. It's good to see you taking network security seriously.
Absolutely, we take it very seriously. Any tips on how to better manage network risks?
Well, one easy tip is to make sure all employees are educated on basic security protocols.
That's a great suggestion. We can also implement two-factor authentication for our systems.
Yes, that would add an extra layer of security. Another idea is to use firewalls to protect our network from unwanted access.
That's already in place, but we can always improve it further. What do you think about using a VPN tunnel for employees who work from home?
That's another great idea. It's important to secure remote access since it can pose a greater risk.
Definitely. And what do you think about monitoring our network for suspicious activity?
That's essential. We have to be proactive in detecting and responding to attacks.
I agree. It's better to be safe than sorry. Thanks for sharing your insights with me.
My pleasure. Let's continue working together to ensure the security of our network. Hey B, how's the project going?
It's going great. We just finished testing the new feature and it's working perfectly.
That's fantastic news. How long do you think it'll take to implement it into the main product?
I'd say about a week or so. We need to make some minor tweaks and ensure it integrates properly, but it should be good to go soon.
Excellent. In the meantime, what else can you work on?
Well, I was thinking of optimizing some of the code to make it run faster. It'll also make it easier to maintain in the long run.
Sounds like a good plan. And how about the other members of the team? Are they on track with their tasks?
Yes, everyone's been working hard and making progress. Communication has been good, and we've been able to coordinate our efforts well.
That's great to hear. Speaking of coordination, have you had any issues with the project management tools we're using?
Not really, I think they're pretty effective. But if you have any suggestions for improvement, I'm all ears.
Actually, now that you mention it, I was thinking of organizing a team-building activity for us. It'll help us get to know each other better and improve collaboration.
That's a great idea. I'm definitely on board for that.
Awesome, I'll start looking into some options. In the meantime, keep up the good work and let me know if you need anything.
Will do. Thanks, hey.
Good morning. How are you doing today? I'm doing well too. I'm excited to bake some delicious sweets today. I'm thinking of making a batch of chocolate chip cookies and maybe a vanilla cake. Of course. I've never made a lemon tart before, so it'll be a fun challenge for me. Yes, I do. I can start working on that while you zest the lemons for the filling. Sure thing. I absolutely love macarons. They're so delicate and flavorful. What about you? Oh, that sounds delicious. We should make that one day. Yes, I can do that. Wow, this smells amazing. Great, I can't wait to see how it turns out. Sounds like a great plan. Thanks for teaching me how to make a lemon tart. We certainly do. Hi there, I am looking to change my flight to Bangkok from tomorrow to next week. Can you help me with that?
Of course, I'd be glad to help. May I know your flight details, please?
My flight is from Singapore to Bangkok, departing at 10 a.m. tomorrow.
Okay, let me check the availability. How about changing it to the 9 p.m. flight on next week's Friday?
Perfect, that works for me. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Do you have any other preferences, such as window seats or meal options?
Oh, I always love to have a window seat, please. And for the meal, something spicy would be great.
All right, I have updated your preferences for the flight. And good choice. Thailand is well known for its spicy cuisine.
Haha, yeah, I've heard. I can't wait to try some.
You should. And if you need any suggestions or tips, just let me know. I visited Bangkok last year, and it was amazing.
That's great to hear. Thanks again for your help, B. You made this process so easy.
No problem, hey. It's my pleasure to assist you. Anything for a smooth journey.
Laughs, you're a hero. All right, I think that's all I need to change. Thanks once again.
You're welcome, hey. Have fun on your trip to Bangkok, and don't forget to try the street food.
Definitely will. Bye for now.
Bye, and safe travels.
Hi there. How's it going with the kimchi production today?
Not bad, we are in the middle of fermenting our special recipe. How about you?
I am doing some quality testing on the finished products, making sure they meet our standards.
That's great. Can I show you something interesting? Look at this big jar of kimchi, the bubbles are rising and it looks like it's alive.
Wow, that's fascinating. I've heard that bubbles are a good sign of fermentation, so your kimchi is in good shape.
Yes, it means that the lactic acid bacteria are working hard to make our kimchi tangy and delicious.
Speaking of delicious, can I try some of your kimchi? I'm a huge fan of Korean food.
Of course, let me get you a freshly made batch. Here you go, it's not too spicy, but has a nice garlicky flavor.
This is definitely the real deal. I can taste the crispiness of the cabbage and the perfect balance of seasoning.
Thank you, we take great pride in our kimchi. It's not just a food, it's a culture.
I totally agree. Kimchi has so many health benefits too, like probiotics and vitamin C.
Yes, that's why we are committed to using fresh and natural ingredients and taking care of every step in the production process.
Well, I have to say, you are doing an excellent job. It was a pleasure to meet you and witness the making of kimchi.
Thank you for your kind words and your help with the quality control. Don't forget to come back and taste our other varieties of kimchi.
I won't, I look forward to it. Have a great day and happy fermenting. Hi B, have you thought about how we can improve our testing coverage?
Yeah, I've been thinking about it recently. One of the things we could do is implement functional testing for every single feature.
That sounds great. But what if we miss something?
We can always perform exploratory testing to identify any missed defects.
Right, that makes sense. Another way to improve our testing would be to implement automation testing.
Yes, automation testing can really speed up our testing and increase our testing coverage.
But we also need to be careful with automation testing too. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that automated tests can replace manual tests entirely.
Exactly. That's why we should only use automation testing for repeatable tasks that don't require human intervention.
We could also consider using static code analysis tools to identify potential defects before we even start testing.
That's a good point. But remember, not all defects can be found with static code analysis. We still need to perform testing regardless.
Of course. Speaking of which, have you considered using boundary testing to test the extremes of input values?
I have. But we also need to perform equivalence partitioning to ensure we test all possible input values.
That's a great idea. What about creating a comprehensive testing plan to ensure we test every feature and function?
Sounds good. We could also create test scenarios and test cases for each feature to ensure complete testing coverage.
We should also measure our testing coverage to ensure we hit our target.
Agreed. But we also need to be realistic with our goals and not focus strictly on achieving 100% testing coverage.
Definitely. It's important to balance testing coverage with time and budget constraints.
Well, we definitely have our work cut out for us. But with a solid testing strategy in place, I'm confident we can improve our testing coverage.
Agreed. Thanks, B, for the discussion. Let's make full testing coverage a reality. Hey, B. How's your day going so far?
It's going well. I've been analyzing some data to see how we can improve our sales.
That sounds interesting. What have you found so far?
Well, I noticed that certain products sell better at certain times of the year. For example, sunscreen sells better in the summer.
Makes sense. How can we use that information to boost sales?
We can adjust our marketing strategies and promotions based on seasonal trends. Maybe offer discounts on sunscreen in the summer.
That's a great idea. What about analyzing customer purchasing patterns?
Yes, I've also been looking into that. We can use that information to create personalized marketing campaigns and recommend products to customers based on their previous purchases.
Oh, like Amazon's recommendation system.
Exactly. It's all about utilizing big data and machine learning to improve our sales and customer experience.
I agree. Do you think there are any ethical concerns with this kind of data analysis?
That's a good question. As long as we're transparent about how we're collecting and using data and respecting our customers' privacy, I don't see any issues. What do you think?
I agree. As long as we're responsible with the data, it's a win-win for both the company and the customers.
Definitely. We can help customers find the products they need while also increasing sales for the company. It's a win-win situation.
Well said. Let's keep working on this and see how we can improve our sales numbers.
Sounds good.
Hey, have you heard about the new initiative to digitize the production process at the factory?
No, I haven't. What's it all about?
Well, the idea is to improve productivity and efficiency by using technology to better manage the workflow.
That sounds interesting. What kind of technology would they use?
I think they're planning on implementing a system that would automate some of the more repetitive tasks and streamline communication between different teams.
That's a great idea. It would definitely save us a lot of time and effort.
Exactly. And by digitizing our processes, we can also collect data more easily and identify areas for improvement.
I can see how that would be helpful. But do you think everyone would be on board with this change?
That's a good point. Change is never easy, but I think if we can show people how the new system will benefit them, they'll be more willing to adapt.
True. And I'm sure the management team has a plan in place to train us on the new software.
That's a good point. It might take some time to learn, but once we get the hang of it, we'll be able to work much more efficiently.
Agreed. And who knows, maybe we'll even be able to produce more in less time.
That's the goal, isn't it? To improve our productivity while also maintaining the same level of quality.
Absolutely. I'm excited to see how this all plays out.
Me too. Let's keep an eye on this and see if we can offer any suggestions to make the transition smoother.
Sounds like a plan. Thanks for filling me in on all of this.
No problem, anytime. Hey there, B. I am delighted to explore this magnificent underwater cave with you.
Good to see you, A. It's always refreshing to capture such awe-inspiring moments.
Yeah, indeed. But you know what's hilarious? I'm always worried that a scary-looking octopus will creep up on me.
Haha, A. You got nothing to worry about. They'll only approach you if they feel threatened.
Oh, that's a relief. So, what's your secret to capturing stunning underwater photos?
The key is to find the perfect balance between natural lighting and flash. Also, keep an eye on your angles and subjects.
That sounds tricky. How do you manage to do that simultaneously?
It takes time and practice to develop that skill. But trust me, it's worth it when you finally achieve that breathtaking shot.
I can imagine that. Hey, have you ever encountered a seahorse in one of your shoots?
Oh, definitely. They're my favorite subjects. They pose gracefully for the camera and come in vibrant colors.
Wow, I would love to see that one day. By the way, what's your opinion on composition for underwater photography?
It's essential to follow the rule of thirds and lead your viewers' eye through the photo. But, of course, you can always take creative liberties and experiment.
Got it. Do you have any suggestions on which settings I should adjust for my camera?
It depends on the conditions, hey. Always be aware of your aperture, ISO, and shutter speed. Follow the right settings for the water you're shooting in.
That makes sense. Thanks, B, for all the insightful tips. I'm excited to put them to use and capture stunning memories. Hey there. You're doing great today. How are you feeling after that uphill sprint?
Phew, I'm feeling the burn, but I'm determined to keep pushing myself.
That's the spirit. Your endurance has really improved since we started training together.
Thanks, Coach. I've been trying to stay dedicated to my workouts even on my off days.
Well, it's definitely paying off. Your lung capacity has increased and you're able to sustain your pace for longer periods of time.
Yeah, I'm feeling more confident in my abilities now.
I'm so glad to hear that. What's your favorite part about training outdoors like this?
Honestly, I love the fresh air and the scenic view. It makes the workout feel more enjoyable.
Totally agree. Plus, the varied terrain helps to challenge different muscle groups.
Yes, the hills definitely make for a good leg day workout.
Haha, they definitely do. Speaking of which, let's head over to that steep incline and work on our endurance some more.
All right, let's do it. I'm ready to tackle the challenge.
That's the kind of attitude that will take you far in your fitness journey. Let's go. Hey B, it's great to see you at the beach. What brings you here today?
Hey, good to see you too. Actually, I came to talk to you about a music production plan I've been working on.
Sounds interesting. What's it about?
Well, I've been thinking of putting together an album of cover songs by local artists. I thought it would be a nice way to showcase some of the amazing talent we have around here.
That's a cool idea. Which artists are you thinking of covering?
I have a few in mind, but I was hoping you could help me narrow it down. You have a great ear for music and I trust your opinion.
Thanks, I appreciate that. Let's hear your choices.
Okay, so I was thinking of doing a cover of that classic song by the Beach Boys, Surfing USA. I think it would be a fun one to start with.
Oh, definitely. That song always puts me in a good mood. What other songs do you have in mind?
I was also thinking of covering I Will Survive by Gloria Gaynor, but maybe putting a modern twist on it. And for the final one, I was considering Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen. It's such an iconic song and I think it would be a great way to wrap up the album.
I love all those choices. I can definitely see them coming to life with our local artists. How do you plan on recording the songs?
I was thinking of setting up a makeshift studio in a warehouse I own. We could transform it into a creative space for the artists to work their magic.
That's a great idea. It would definitely give them the freedom to be themselves without any distractions.
Exactly. And once the album is finished, we could have a big launch party to celebrate with the artists and the community.
I'm excited already. I think this is a great opportunity to bring everyone together through music.
Me too, eh? It's always a pleasure working with you. Let's make this album a hit.
Good morning, B. How's business today?
It's going pretty well, eh? How about you?
Can't complain. The scent of our freshly cooked pancakes and your sweet and juicy fruit platters is filling the air and attracting lots of customers.
Yeah, I noticed that too. We make a good team, don't we?
Absolutely. So, what fruits do you have today?
We have some locally grown mangoes, pineapples, and papayas. They are all very ripe and juicy.
Yum. That sounds so refreshing. By the way, what kind of pancakes do you recommend to pair with the fruit platters?
The banana pancakes would go really well. The sweetness of the pancake and the fruit complement each other really nicely.
That's a great suggestion. Maybe I'll have one for my lunch, too.
That's a good idea, eh? And if you want something a little bit different, we could also pair your pancakes with dragon fruit or longan.
Wow, I've never tried that before. Can I get a taste of it first?
Of course. Here you are. What do you think?
MMM. That's delicious. The sweetness of the dragon fruit really balances out the savory taste of the pancake. I'd like to order a plate of that, please.
Sure. Coming right up. By the way, I heard from the vendors down the street that there's going to be a traditional Chinese parade later today. Have you heard anything about it?
Yes, I did. I'm really excited about it. I heard there will be dragon and lion dance performances, and lots of colorful lanterns decorating the streets.
That sounds amazing. We should try to catch a glimpse of it when we have a break later.
Definitely. I hope we'll have plenty of time to enjoy the parade and all the festivities.
Me too, eh? Let's grab some pancakes and fruit and go catch up with the parade together.
Sounds like a plan. Let's make the most of this vibrant and lively hour at Chinatown. Good evening, and welcome to our 5-star restaurant. My name is Chef A, and I will be your chef for tonight. May I know your name, please?
Hi, I'm B. Nice to meet you, Chef A.
Pleasure to meet you too, B. What would you like to have for tonight's dinner?
Actually, I want to try your signature dish. What do you recommend?
Our signature dish is the seared tuna steak with avocado salsa. It's one of our best sellers. Would you like to try that?
Sure, that sounds delicious. How do you prepare the tuna?
We sear it for a few minutes on each side, so it's still pink in the middle. The avocado salsa is made with diced avocados, tomatoes, lime juice, and onion.
It sounds tasty. Do you have any wine recommendations to pair with the tuna?
Absolutely. Our sommelier recommends a light-bodied white wine, such as a Sauvignon Blanc or a Pinot Grigio, which would complement the dish nicely.
Great, I'll go with the Pinot Grigio. Can I also have a side of steamed vegetables with the tuna?
Of course, we can definitely do that for you. Would you like any dressing on your vegetables?
No dressing, please. I want to savor the flavors of the vegetables themselves.
Excellent choice. We always encourage our customers to enjoy the natural flavors of our ingredients.
I appreciate that. It's great to know that you use fresh, high-quality ingredients.
Thank you, B. We take pride in using only the freshest produce and seafood.
Wow, this tuna steak is amazing. The avocado salsa really brings out the flavor of the tuna.
I'm glad you like it. The tuna is one of our most popular dishes, and we're always happy to hear positive feedback.
This Pinot Grigio goes so well with the tuna. Can you tell me more about the wine?
Sure. This Pinot Grigio is a light-bodied, crisp wine that pairs well with seafood dishes. It has a subtle aroma of citrus fruits and a dry, refreshing finish.
It definitely complements the tuna perfectly.
I'm glad you think so, B. Is there anything else I can get for you?
No, thank you. I'm full and satisfied. This has been an exceptional dining experience.
It was my pleasure serving you, B. Thank you for choosing our restaurant for your meal tonight. Please let us know if you need anything else before you leave.
Sure thing, Chef A. Thank you again, and have a great evening.
You're most welcome, B. Have a wonderful night. Hey B, have you heard about ISO 27001 access control?
Yeah, I have heard of it. What about it?
Well, I just finished studying it and I think it's pretty interesting.
Really? I've been putting it off, but maybe I should give it a try.
Definitely, it's important to understand the different levels of access control.
That's true. But do you think it's really necessary for every business to follow?
I think it's a good practice for all businesses to follow, especially with the increasing amount of cyber attacks.
I see your point. What are some of the key takeaways from your study?
Well, understanding the principles of access control like identification, authorization, and authentication is crucial.
I wonder how this affects our company's security practices.
It can definitely benefit our company by keeping our data secure and maintaining confidentiality.
But how do we ensure that everyone follows these protocols?
We can start by implementing employee training and holding them accountable to follow the best practices.
That's definitely something we should look into. So, what's next on the agenda then?
Well, I was thinking of discussing the practical applications of ISO 27001 access control for our company with our IT department.
Sounds like a plan. Let's set up a meeting then.
Hi there. How can I assist you with your legal concerns today, sir?
Oh, thank you for asking. I'm actually here to get legal advice regarding my recent business deal.
All right, let's dive into it. Can you tell me more about the contract and what specifically needs legal advice?
Yes, I just want to make sure that everything in the contract is in accordance with the law and that I won't be held liable for anything in the future. You know what they say, better safe than sorry.
Of course, that's a wise mindset to have. I'll do my best to make sure that everything is in order.
That's great to hear. By the way, have you always wanted to become a lawyer?
Actually, it was a childhood dream of mine. I never outgrew it, I guess. What about you? Have you always wanted to be in business?
Not really, but it's something I grew to love after getting my degree in business administration. You know what they say, find a job you enjoy doing, and you will never have to work a day in your life.
That's very true. It's important to have a passion for what you do, and I'm glad that we both found ours.
Me too. I'm really glad to have you as my legal counsel. You're making everything so much easier for me.
That's what I'm here for. It's my job to make sure that you get the legal advice and protection that you need.
You're doing a fantastic job at that. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, sir. It's a pleasure working with you. Hey there, have you tried the Bavarian specialties yet? You definitely need to try the Brezen, or pretzel, and the Weisswurst, a white sausage. They are both very popular here. Mustard is a classic condiment, but you can also pair them with a cold beer. Just pull it apart with your hands and dip it in some mustard. It's delicious. Yes, definitely. Germans love their Brezen and Weisswurst. And there are plenty of bakeries that sell them fresh. Definitely. And while you're at it, make sure to try some local beers too. You won't regret it. Well, there's also Schweinschacks, which is basically roasted pork knuckle. And there's plenty of sauerkraut and Kartoffelknödel, or potato dumplings, to go with it. You're welcome. Don't forget to leave room for some sweet treats too, like Apfelstrudel or Kaiserschmarrn. There's no better way to cap off a meal. Hi there, I'm a software engineer. Nice to meet you, B.
Hello, A. I'm B, a web designer. Pleasure to meet you too.
So, what's the project we'll be working on?
We need to design a website with real-time interactivity.
Interesting. What kind of interactivity are we talking about here?
We want people to be able to chat with each other in real time, like on a social media platform.
Ah, I see. We'll need to use some real-time communication technology, like WebSocket or WebRTC.
Yes, exactly. And we'll also need to consider the interface design and the user experience.
Right. We want the interface to be intuitive and easy to use, while also visually appealing.
Exactly. It should be engaging and encourage users to stay on the site for longer periods of time.
Agreed. Let's make sure the site is easy to navigate and has clear calls to action.
Definitely. We also need to make sure it's responsive and works well on all devices.
Good point. We don't want users to have a frustrating experience trying to use the site on their mobile devices.
Absolutely. And we need to make sure the site is secure, especially if we're going to allow people to chat on it.
Yes, we definitely don't want any security breaches. We'll need to use HTTPS and take other precautions.
Well, it looks like we have our work cut out for us.
Indeed. But I think it's going to be a fun and challenging project.
I agree. I'm excited to get started and bring this vision to life.
Me too. Let's get to work. Hello, welcome to this lovely property. My name is Jack, and I will be your real estate agent today. Let me know if there's anything I can help with.
Hi Jack, I'm excited to see this house. I've been looking for a place with a backyard for my dog.
Perfect. The backyard here is quite spacious, and there's even a fenced area for your furry friend to play in. Let's take a look.
Wow, the backyard really is perfect. And the kitchen looks great too. I love the stainless steel appliances.
Yes, the kitchen has been recently updated with high-end appliances. And the open-concept living room makes it easy to entertain guests while cooking.
That sounds great. And how about the bedrooms?
There are 3 bedrooms on the second floor. The master bedroom has a walk-in closet and an ensuite bathroom. And the other 2 bedrooms share a full bathroom.
That's perfect for when I have guests. And I noticed the garage is quite spacious.
Yes, the garage can fit 2 cars and has extra space for storage. Plus, there's plenty of room in the driveway for additional cars.
This house seems to have everything I'm looking for. How about the neighborhood?
The neighborhood is very quiet and family-friendly. There are parks nearby for outdoor activities, and the schools in the area have a great reputation.
That's great to hear. I really appreciate you showing me this property, Jack.
Of course, it was my pleasure. Let me know if you have any other questions or would like to schedule another viewing. Excuse me, do you have any extra pillows on this flight?
Of course, we have pillows for all our passengers. How many would you like?
Actually, could I have 2 extra? I always like to have a lot of pillows on long flights.
No problem at all. Anything to make your flight more comfortable. Would you like me to bring them to you now?
That would be great, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Is there anything else I can get for you to make your flight even better?
Let me think. Do you have any stories to tell?
Laughs. Well, I do have a funny story about a passenger who wore their seatbelt as a fashion accessory.
Laughs, that sounds hilarious, please do tell.
So this passenger boarded the plane and buckled their seatbelt, but then they didn't unfasten it even after we took off. We kept reminding them, but they said they liked how it looked as a belt. Both laugh.
Oh my goodness, that's too funny. Thank you for sharing that story with me. You've made my flight even better.
I'm so happy to hear that. Enjoy your extra pillows and let me know if you need anything else.
Will do, thank you again.
My pleasure. Have a great flight.
Hey there. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm the project manager for upgrading the information system here at the hospital.
Same to you. I'm the IT consultant for this project. Exciting stuff, huh?
Absolutely. I believe we can significantly improve the system's reliability and user-friendliness. What do you think?
Definitely. We can reduce wasted time and create streamlined communication between departments. Maybe even integrate telemedicine capabilities?
Now you're talking. I like the sound of that. It would definitely be an added convenience for patients and doctors alike. Speaking of which, have you ever used self-check-in kiosks at the airport?
You mean the kind where you scan your ID and print out your ticket?
Exactly. I was thinking we could adapt something similar for patients checking in at the hospital. It could speed up the registration process and free up administration staff to focus on more pressing matters.
That's a great idea. We could also set up a patient portal where they can schedule appointments, check test results, and request refills. It's a win-win for both patients and staff.
Brilliant. The last thing we want is for people to avoid coming to the hospital because they're intimidated by the process. Our goal is to make the experience as hassle-free as possible.
Agreed. And with the right tech, we can even improve the accuracy of diagnoses and treatments. We're not just making the hospital run faster, but also more safely.
Well said. I'm excited to get this project up and running. It's a big challenge, but I think we're up for it.
Absolutely. With your project management skills and my technical expertise, we can make this hospital a leading example of modern healthcare.
Hey there, sweetie. What are you up to?
Hi, Mom. Just doing some laundry and cleaning the kitchen. What about you?
Just finished vacuuming the living room. You're quite the busy bee today.
Yeah, I figured since we're stuck at home, might as well make the most out of it.
I couldn't agree more. It's good to keep ourselves active and productive.
Speaking of being productive, have you seen those viral TikTok cleaning videos?
Oh, yes. Those are so satisfying to watch. Have you tried any of their cleaning hacks?
Yes. I used some of their tips to get rid of the stains on our sofa.
Really? That's amazing. I'm happy to hear that.
It was also fun to try out new cleaning methods. Who knew that mixing vinegar and baking soda could do wonders?
Haha. I know, right? Sometimes the simplest solutions can be the most effective.
Do you have any other cool cleaning tricks that you could share?
Well, I like to use lemon to clean my cutting board and salt to clean my cast iron skillet.
Wow. I never would have thought of that. You really are a cleaning pro, Mom.
I don't know about that, but I do enjoy keeping our home clean and tidy. It just feels good to have a clean space, doesn't it?
Definitely. Plus, it's always nice to spend some quality time with you while doing chores.
Agreed, sweetie. Now, let's get back to cleaning. The sooner we finish, the sooner we can relax and enjoy our clean home.
Sounds like a plan, Mom.
Good morning, Bee. How was your weekend?
Good morning, sir. It was great. I went out of town with my family. How about you?
Similarly, I had an amazing time with my family as well. So, let's discuss today's meeting agenda.
Sure thing, sir. I have the agenda right in front of me. We will discuss the sales report for the last quarter, updates on the new product launch, and issues with the marketing campaign.
That sounds about right. We have been receiving good feedback on the new product. Have we planned any promotional activities?
Yes, sir. We have planned a social media campaign, and our team is currently working on creating engaging content.
Great. I trust our marketing team will do a good job. How about the sales report?
We have exceeded our sales target for the last quarter, sir. It was a great quarter for us.
That's amazing news. Let's keep up the good work. And how about the issues with the marketing campaign?
We have identified the issue and our team is working on a solution.
Perfect. Thanks, B. You always keep me informed. Let's wrap up the meeting and start tackling our tasks for the day.
Absolutely, sir. Have a productive day ahead.
Hi there. I'm the network engineer in charge of our school's network system. Nice to meet you.
Hello, I'm the system administrator. So what's the agenda for today's meeting?
I'd like to discuss ways to optimize our network system. There have been some complaints about slow internet connection and lag issues.
I see. Well, we could start by upgrading the servers and improving the bandwidth allocation.
Yes, that's definitely something we should look into. But first, have you heard about the new trend of using AI to manage network traffic?
Really? That sounds interesting. Could you tell me more about it?
Sure. It's a sophisticated algorithm that learns and adapts to network traffic patterns in real time, helping to allocate bandwidth dynamically.
Wow, that sounds like it could really improve our network speed. But doesn't it require expensive hardware and lots of maintenance?
Not necessarily. There are cloud-based AI solutions that are cost-effective and easy to manage. I can send you some links to look into.
Great, I appreciate that. Say, do you have any weekend plans?
Actually, I'm planning to go hiking with a group of friends. How about you?
I'm going to a concert with my family. Can't wait to rock out.
Sounds like fun. Enjoy your weekend, and let's touch base about implementing those network upgrades soon.
Definitely. It was nice meeting you and discussing some solutions for our network issues. Have a great day.
Good morning. How can I help you today?
Hi there. I'm just passing through the town and thought I'd check out your shop. What do you sell here?
We sell a variety of local specialties from Hokkaido, such as milk sweets, seafood, and souvenirs.
That sounds great. I'm a big fan of seafood. What do you have in stock?
Today we have some freshly caught salmon and scallops that just came in this morning.
Wow, that sounds delicious. I'll take some of each. What about something sweet to go with it?
Our milk sweets are very popular. We have different flavors like matcha, Hokkaido milk, and strawberry.
I'll go for the Hokkaido milk flavor. And do you have any recommendations for souvenirs?
Yes, we have some handmade crafts from local artisans, like pottery and wood carvings. They make great gifts.
Perfect, I'll grab a few of those for my family back home. Have you lived in this town for a long time?
Yes, I've been here my whole life. It's a small community, but we have everything we need.
It must be nice to be so close to nature. I love the fresh air and scenery up here.
Yes, it's very peaceful. Sometimes we have to deal with harsh weather conditions, but it's worth it for the beauty.
I can imagine. Well, thanks for your help today. I'll definitely be back next time I'm passing through.
Thank you for stopping by. Have a safe trip. Hey B, have you ever tried caipirinha?
No, I haven't. What is it?
It's a Brazilian cocktail made with cachaça, sugar, and lime. It's really refreshing.
Sounds interesting. Is it difficult to make?
Not at all. You just need to muddle the lime and sugar, add cachaça and ice, and stir it well.
That sounds easy enough. Is it popular in Brazil?
Yes, it's one of the most popular drinks there. It's served at almost every party and bar.
I'm always up for trying new drinks. Can we make it together later?
Sure. Do you have cachaça at home?
I don't think so. Where can we get it?
We can go to a liquor store, or maybe even a Brazilian restaurant.
Okay, let's do that. Do you think we should also make some Brazilian food to go with it?
Yes, let's make some coxinhas and pão de queijo. It will be like having a mini Brazilian feast.
Yum, sounds delicious. I can't wait to try it all.
Me neither. It's going to be a fun and tasty evening. Hey B, how's it going? Ready to talk about keeping these financial transactions secure?
Absolutely, hey. Always happy to discuss keeping money safe. What steps do you think are important?
One of my favorite methods is using encryption to ensure that all transactions are private and secure. It sounds technical, but it's actually pretty easy to implement.
That's definitely a solid method. I also like to use multi-factor authentication to ensure that only authorized users have access to the systems.
Yes, multi-factor authentication is a great way to prevent unauthorized access. What about keeping our network secure?
One of the things we could do is implement a firewall to prevent any malicious traffic from entering our networks. We could also use access controls to limit access to only authorized users.
Sounds like we're on the same page, B. What about keeping our data secure?
We could use data encryption to prevent any sensitive information from being intercepted. Also, regularly backing up all data can ensure that we can recover from any incidents.
That's true. And we should also have regular security audits to identify any vulnerabilities in our systems.
Agreed. And we should always keep our security protocols updated to ensure that we're ahead of any potential threats.
Absolutely. It's important to stay on top of any new security developments and techniques. But let's not forget about the human factor. It's just as important to educate our staff on safe practices.
Yeah, that's right. Employees can sometimes be a weak link in the chain. We need to make sure they understand the importance of maintaining security best practices.
In conclusion, implementing encryption, multi-factor authentication, firewalls, access controls, and regular audits are all important ways to keep financial transactions secure. And educating our staff should always be a priority.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Hey, thanks for the great discussion.
Hi B. I heard that you're an expert in web analytics. Can you give me some tips on how we can optimize our website traffic?
Hey! Of course, I'd be happy to help. One thing you should definitely focus on is improving your website's user experience. That includes making sure the design is clean and easy to navigate.
That makes sense. How about optimizing for conversions? What would you suggest we do?
Well, there are a few things you can do to improve conversions. First, make sure your call to action buttons are prominent and eye-catching. You should also create landing pages that are tailored to specific audiences and use A/B testing to see which versions of your pages perform the best.
Great tips. What about SEO? How important is that in driving traffic to our site?
SEO is definitely important. Make sure your website is optimized for keywords and that you're creating high-quality content that people will want to share and link to.
It sounds like there's a lot we can do to improve our website. Do you have any examples of companies that have successfully increased their traffic and conversions?
Absolutely. Companies like HubSpot and Shopify have both seen great success by implementing strategies like those we've discussed. It takes time and effort, but it's definitely worth it in the long run.
Thanks so much for your help, B. I'm excited to start implementing some of these strategies and see how they impact our website's performance.
Anytime, hey. Let me know if you need any further assistance. It was great chatting with you.
Hi there, could you help me check the minibar contents and prices, please?
Sure, I'd be happy to assist you. What room number are you in?
I'm in room 304.
Great, let me just pull up the information for you. So, the minibar includes various snacks, beverages, and alcohol.
Okay, and what are the prices like?
The prices range from $2 to $10 per item. Would you like me to go through some specific prices with you?
Actually, can you recommend any popular items?
Of course, our guests often enjoy the chocolate bar, the mini bottles of wine, and the bag of chips.
That sounds good, but a little too expensive for me. Do you have any more affordable options?
Absolutely, we also have bottled water, soda, and some small snacks that fall under the $5 mark.
Perfect, I'll stick to those this time. Thank you for helping me out.
It's my pleasure, and please don't hesitate to reach out if you have any other questions. Enjoy your stay with us.
Hey B. Have you heard of ISO 27001 Information Security Management System, ISMS?
Yeah, I have. It's a standard for managing and protecting sensitive information, right?
Yes, that's right. It's all about securing data and preventing cyber attacks.
Why is it important?
Well, it's important for businesses to protect themselves and their customers from potential data breaches and cyber crimes.
Ah, I see. So, what's involved in implementing the ISMS standard?
It involves a lot of detailed planning and risk assessments to identify potential security threats and vulnerabilities.
Sounds complex. Do you think it's worth the effort?
Definitely. It's better to be proactive and prevent security issues than to react to them after they happen.
That's a good point. So, have you worked on implementing the ISMS standard before?
Yes, I have actually. It was challenging, but rewarding.
What were some of the challenges you faced?
One of the biggest challenges was getting everyone on board and committed to following the security measures and protocols.
That makes sense. So, how did you convince them?
By explaining the potential risks and consequences of not following the security measures, and highlighting the benefits of having a secure system in place.
I think I understand. It's all about creating awareness and promoting a culture of security.
Exactly. It's not just about implementing a standard, but also about fostering a mindset of security and protection.
Thanks for sharing all of this with me, A. I'm definitely going to look into implementing the ISMS standard for my company now.
That's great to hear, B. Let me know if you need any help or advice along the way. Hey B, what's up?
Not much, A. How about you?
I'm good, thank you. Have you tried the Greek dish dolmades?
Oh yeah. I've had them a few times. They are really good.
Yeah, definitely. The leaves are stuffed with rice and spices, and they can be vegetarian or have meat added.
My favorite is the vegetarian version. They taste so fresh and light.
I prefer the one with meat in it. The combination of spices and ground beef is just irresistible.
Have you ever tried to make it yourself?
No, I haven't. I'm not much of a cook, but I would like to learn someday.
You should give it a try. It's easier to make than it seems.
That's a good idea. Do you have any tips?
Sure. Lightly steam the grape leaves to make them pliable, mix the rice with spices and lemon juice, and be generous with the olive oil for a tasty finish.
Sounds easy enough. I'll give it a try and have you over for dinner sometime.
Can't wait to try your homemade dolmades.
It's a date. Good morning. I am looking to rent a car for a week while I tour Melbourne. Can you help me find the perfect vehicle for my needs?
Of course, I'd be happy to. What kind of trip are you planning?
Well, I plan on exploring the city and maybe venturing out to some natural parks outside of Melbourne.
Okay, sounds great. Since you'll be doing some driving outside the city, I recommend renting an SUV. Our Toyota RAV4 is very popular among tourists.
That sounds perfect. How much will it cost for a week?
It would be $360 for a week, but with our current promotion, you can rent it for $300.
Wow, that's a great deal. Can you recommend any travel routes for me to follow?
Definitely. I would suggest driving along the Great Ocean Road, which is about a 3-hour drive from Melbourne. You'll see beautiful ocean views and the famous 12 Apostles.
That sounds amazing. Any other recommendations?
Yes, you can also visit the Yarra Valley for some wine tasting and the Dandenong Ranges for some scenic hiking trails.
Those are great ideas, thank you. One more question, do you offer a GPS for rent too?
Yes, we do. It's an extra $10 per day.
Perfect, I'll take one. Thank you so much for your help.
You're welcome. Have a great trip around Melbourne.
Hi there, I need your expertise in adjusting a patient's medication plan.
Sure, what can I do for you? Is the patient experiencing any side effects?
No, but I think there's room for optimization. I want to find a way to reduce the number of pills he's taking daily.
Okay, let's take a look at his current medication schedule. What conditions is he being treated for?
He has high blood pressure and diabetes.
I see. Well, we could switch him to a combination pill that treats both conditions at once. That would cut down on the number of pills he takes.
That's a great idea. I didn't even know that was an option. What about dosage adjustments?
We could also try adjusting the dosage slightly to see if we can achieve the same therapeutic effect with fewer pills.
Makes sense. And what about the cost of the new medication?
Don't worry, I can check your patient's insurance coverage to see if it's covered. If not, I'll find a more affordable alternative.
Thank you so much for your help, B. You always make my job easier.
No problem, A. It's always a pleasure to work with you.
Good morning, Chef. Are you ready to harvest some delicious organic vegetables for your salad? We have some lovely kale, spinach, and lettuce ready for you. Which ones would you like to use for your salad? That's the spirit. Let's get to work then. Have you ever harvested vegetables before? Laughs, don't worry, it's not too difficult. Just pull the leaves carefully and avoid damaging the whole plant. I know, right? That feeling of accomplishment when you produce something with your own hands is priceless. Exactly. It makes me really proud to see people enjoying the fruits of my labor. Yes, we have some berries and peaches in another field. Would you like to take a look? They do. In fact, I have a recipe for a peach and berry salad that you might like. Would you like me to share it with you? Excellent. Let's finish up here and head to the other field. This will be a great day. Wow, this temple is so stunning. Thanks for showing me around, B.
No problem. A, clear your mind and take a deep breath. This place has a calming effect.
The view from up here is breathtaking. What an amazing place to shoot a video.
Yes, the view of the city from this height is spectacular. I'm glad you like it.
Do you come here often, B?
Yes, I enjoy coming here to meditate and reflect on life. It's a peaceful and serene atmosphere.
Sounds like a perfect place to unwind. Do you have any tips for visitors?
Be respectful of the temple and its customs, and take your time to explore the grounds. And of course, try some traditional Japanese sweets.
Great advice, B. Say, have you heard any interesting stories about this temple?
Yes, there are many fascinating legends and myths surrounding this place. One legend says that a god revealed the location of the temple to a monk in his dreams.
That's so cool. I can't wait to write about it on my blog. Thanks for the tour and the story, B.
You're welcome, A. It was a pleasure showing you around. Oh, and don't forget to ring the bell for good luck before you leave.
Will do, B. Thanks again. Hey B, did you bring your new guitar to the rehearsal today?
Yeah, I did. You've been talking about it for weeks, so I figured I'd bring it.
Awesome. I can't wait to hear how it sounds.
I hope it sounds good. I haven't had a chance to really break it in yet.
No worries, let's get started and see how it goes.
Okay, what song are we starting with?
How about Don't Stop Believin'? It's a classic.
Sure thing. Let's rock and roll.
Good job, everyone. I think we're sounding tight.
Definitely, but I think we need to work on the chorus a little more.
Agreed. Let's run through it a few more times and focus on the chorus.
Hey, did you hear the joke about the drummer?
No, what is it?
I'm not sure. I always get stuck on the punchline.
Alright, let's try another song now. How about Livin' on a Prayer?
I'm always down for some Bon Jovi. Let's do it.
Yes. Now we're really sounding like a band.
I can't wait to play these songs at our next gig. We're going to rock the house.
Agreed. I think we're ready to hit the big time. Hey, have you ever had biryani before?
Oh yes. I love it. Do you like it too?
Yeah, it's one of my favorites. Do you have any specific type you prefer?
Definitely chicken biryani. There's just something about the combination of flavors that really does it for me.
You know what, I have to agree. The chicken version always seems to hit the spot for me as well. Have you ever tried making it at home?
No, I haven't. Is it complicated?
Well, it does take a bit of time and effort, but it's definitely worth it in the end. You can always find a good recipe online to follow.
Maybe I'll have to give it a try sometime. But honestly, I just love going out to eat it with friends more than anything.
Same here. It's always a good time when there's biryani involved. Do you have any favorite restaurants that make it really well?
Oh yeah, there's this one place down the street that I go to at least once a week. Their biryani is just perfectly spiced and the rice isn't too greasy.
That sounds amazing. I'll have to check it out sometime.
Definitely. And if you ever end up making it yourself, let me know how it turns out.
Will do. I have a feeling it won't be as good as the restaurant version though.
Oh, don't be so hard on yourself. Practice makes perfect, and even if it's not as good, it's always fun trying new things in the kitchen.
Hey B, have you heard of the recent DDoS attack on that e-commerce website?
Yeah, it's been all over the news. The attack was massive.
Absolutely. It caused the website to be down for hours. So, any thoughts on how to prevent this from happening to us?
Well, first we need to make sure our servers can handle the traffic. We may also want to consider investing in a cloud-based solution.
Yeah, but that's going to cost us a fortune.
It's better to spend now than suffer losses later, right?
Good point. But what about DNS security? It seems like attackers often exploit vulnerabilities in DNS servers.
Definitely. We must ensure our DNS servers are secured and up to date with the latest patches.
I think I read somewhere that firewalls can help prevent DDoS attacks. Have you tried that before?
Of course, firewalls are essential. But sometimes they are not enough to handle the scale of the attack.
Well, this is quite complicated. What about user traffic monitoring? Can we identify suspicious traffic before it's too late?
Absolutely. Implementing user traffic analysis can help us detect and block malicious traffic before it hits us.
But what if the attacker is using a botnet with millions of bots?
In that case, we need to seek help from third-party security providers who can handle such attacks.
I see. That's a great plan. Anything else we should consider?
Yes, we should also conduct regular security audits and assessments to identify any potential vulnerabilities.
Brilliant. So, let's get started on boosting our DDoS prevention capabilities. Thanks for your insights, B.
No problem, A. It's always great collaborating with you.
Hi, sweetie. How was your day at school?
It was good, Mom. We had a lot of fun learning about space today.
That's wonderful. Have you finished all your homework?
Yep, I just finished my math homework.
Great work. Now, it's time to start your English homework. Are you ready?
Yes, Mom. Let's do it.
Okay, let's start with the first question. How would you describe your best friend?
Let me think. She's funny, kind, and always there for me when I need her.
Sounds like a great friend. Now, let's move on to the next question. If you could be any animal, which one would you choose and why?
I think I would want to be a dolphin because they are very smart and they get to swim in the ocean all day.
That's a great choice. Dolphins are amazing creatures. Okay, one last question. If you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you go?
I would love to go to Japan because I want to see the cherry blossoms and try all the delicious food there.
Japan sounds like an amazing place to visit. We should plan a trip there someday.
Yes, that would be so cool.
Alright, we're all finished with your English homework now. Did you have fun?
Yeah, I did. English is my favorite subject.
I'm glad to hear that. Now, let's go make some hot cocoa and relax for a bit. Hi, I'm the photographer for today's shoot. Nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you too. I'm the model for the day.
Great. Are you ready for some fun and fashionable shots?
Absolutely. I love being in front of the camera.
Perfect, let's start with some shots on the beach. The sand and waves will make a great background.
Sounds great. Should I change into my outfit now?
Yes, go ahead and change into your first outfit. We'll start with some casual beachwear shots.
All right, I'm ready. How do you want me to pose?
Just be natural and have fun. Let's start with you walking towards me with the ocean in the background.
Okay, got it. How's this?
That's perfect. Let's try some sitting and lying poses too.
Sure thing. Should I put on some sunglasses?
Yes, that'll add a nice touch. These shots are going to be amazing.
I can't wait to see them. Do you want to try some shots with a hat too?
Sure, that's a great idea. Let's grab a hat and head over to the palm trees.
Wow, this is so much fun. I'm glad I got to work with you today.
The pleasure is all mine. We make a great team.
Definitely. Can we take a break and grab some lunch before we continue taking photos?
Of course. Let's go find a nice spot to enjoy some delicious food.
Yum, I can't wait. This has been an awesome day so far.
Yes, it has. Let's finish off strong with some shots by the pool.
Sounds like a plan. Let's get to it.
Hey coach, what's on the agenda for today's training?
Well, today we're going to focus on core strength and agility. Are you ready for a challenge?
Absolutely. Let's do this.
Great attitude, Let's start with some planks.
Ugh, I hate planks, but I know they're effective.
That's the spirit. Remember to engage your core and breathe through it.
Grunting, this is killer, coach. How long do we have to hold it for?
Just a few more seconds. And done. Nice job,
Phew, thank goodness. What's next?
Let's work on your footwork with some ladder drills.
Oh, I like those. Show me what to do, coach.
Demonstrating, it's all about quick and precise movements. You got this,
Trying the drill, whoa, this is harder than it looks.
It takes practice, but you're improving already. Keep going.
Finishing the drill, that was fun, coach. What's next on the agenda?
Let's end with some stretching and cool down exercises. Can't forget to take care of those muscles.
Agreed. Sighing, I don't know about you, coach, but I feel like I just went through a boot camp.
That's because you did, And you rocked it. See you next session?
Definitely, coach. Thanks for pushing me today. Hey there, what's up?
Not much. Just trying to figure out how to make our smartphone interface more user-friendly.
I hear you. That's always a challenge. What ideas do you have so far?
Well, I was thinking we could add more intuitive icons and make the navigation simpler.
That's a good start. But what about organizing the apps differently? Maybe by frequency of use or category?
Oh, that's a great idea. We could also add a quick access bar for frequently used apps.
Yes, and we should definitely consider customizable themes for our visual learners.
Definitely. And what about incorporating voice commands for hands-free operation?
Awesome. And let's not forget about incorporating user feedback to continually improve the experience.
Absolutely. We should build in a user feedback mechanism.
One last thing, let's make sure the interface is compatible with different languages and cultures.
Good point. We should definitely consider localization.
Couldn't agree more. It's important to make our interface accessible to everyone.
Any other ideas?
Actually, I'm thinking we could also add a feature where users can create custom gestures for specific functions.
Wow, that's a really cool idea. Thanks for sharing.
No problem, happy to help. Can't wait to see how our revamped interface turns out.
Me too. This is going to be awesome.
Hey, have you heard about our friend's online chat addiction?
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. It's like every 5 minutes, they're sharing something new.
Is it just me, or is it weird that they're so comfortable sharing their entire life story online?
I know, right? It's like they don't even care who sees it.
I bet they have a spreadsheet of all the chat groups they're in.
Laughs, seriously, they're probably a member of at least 50.
I can't even keep track of one group chat. How do they do it?
I don't know, but they're always happy to fill me in on the latest chat drama.
Same here, but my favorite is when they post cat memes. Who doesn't love a good cat meme?
Oh, I know. I've laughed so hard at some of them that I nearly fell off my chair.
It's just funny how they can be so open online, yet so reserved in real life.
Maybe it's easier for them. But I think we should tell them to take a break and spend some time in the real world.
Definitely. Plus, we should plan a fun activity for all of us to do together.
Smiling sounds like a great idea. I'm sure our chat-addicted friend will love it.
Hey B, have you heard about the ISO 27001 asset inventory requirements?
Yeah. It sounds like a snooze fest, but we gotta comply with it anyway.
I know, right? But, I've been thinking, maybe we could turn it into a scavenger hunt.
Really? How so?
Well, instead of just listing down our assets on a spreadsheet, we could hide little prizes around the office and have people find them by identifying the asset they represent.
Ah, that's a clever idea. It'll turn the whole thing into a fun game.
Exactly. Plus, it's a good excuse to hide candy bars in the filing cabinets.
Scavenger hunt aside, we should also prioritize our assets based on their importance to the business. That way, we know what to protect first in case of a security breach.
You're right. It'll also help us allocate our resources more efficiently.
And who knows, maybe we could even make a matrix out of it and turn it into a full-blown board game.
Oh boy, I can already see the CEO rollin'. Hi there. I couldn't help but notice you looking at the machine learning books. Are you interested in this field?
Yes, I am. I'm currently working on developing an AI system for medical diagnosis. How about you?
Oh nice. I'm a data analyst and I'm also interested in how machine learning can improve healthcare. Have you made any progress in your project?
Yes, but it's still in the early stages. We're currently collecting and inputting data to train our AI system. It's quite challenging, but exciting at the same time.
That sounds like a lot of work, but I'm sure it'll be worth it in the end. How accurate is your current system in diagnosing medical conditions?
Right now, we're achieving an accuracy rate of around 85%. It's not perfect, but it's better than human doctors on average.
Wow, that's really impressive. I can see how machine learning can improve the efficiency of medical care. Have you faced any challenges or setbacks so far?
One of the challenges is data privacy. We have to ensure that our system adheres to all regulations and standards of confidentiality. Additionally, we have to deal with ethical considerations such as making sure our AI system is impartial and unbiased.
Yes, those are definitely important factors to consider. Do you see any potential drawbacks to using machine learning in healthcare?
Well, there's always a risk of technology malfunctioning or malfunctioning in some way. We have to ensure that our system is constantly monitored and maintained to avoid any disasters.
That's understandable. It's important to take precautions when it comes to applying new technology to something as critical as healthcare. I'm personally excited to see how machine learning can revolutionize the medical field.
Me too. It's always exciting to work on a project that has the potential to benefit society in such a significant way.
Definitely. Well, it was nice chatting with you. Good luck with your project.
Thank you. Nice chatting with you too.
Good morning, B. Looks like we have a busy day ahead with the equipment maintenance on the production line.
Good morning, A. Yes, it's the weekly routine maintenance and safety checks we have to do.
I agree. But I always enjoy this part because we get to see the inner workings of the machines that make our products.
Speaking of products, have you tried the new flavor of the snack we're producing?
Oh, you mean the spicy jalapeno one? I had some in the break room yesterday, and it was delicious.
Yeah, I tried it too, and I was impressed. I'm already planning to stock up on it.
Well, you better hurry because I heard the other shifts have been snatching them up quickly. Anyway, let's get back to work.
Sure. So, what machine are we working on first?
Let's start with the conveyor system. It's been making some strange noises, and we should check if there's any faulty wiring or loose parts.
Got it. Hey, A, did you hear about the new exercise program they're offering for employees here?
Yeah, I did. I'm thinking of joining. It's a good initiative by the company to promote a healthy lifestyle.
Absolutely. It's great to have such benefits at work. Plus, it will break the monotony of standing and working in the same position all day.
That's true. Oh, by the way, did you see the new mechanical arm installed on the packaging machine?
No, I haven't checked it out yet. Is it better than the previous one?
Definitely. It's more precise and faster, which means we can produce more units in a shorter time.
That's excellent news. It's always good to upgrade the equipment to improve efficiency.
Absolutely. We should try it out after we finish the maintenance on this line.
Sounds good to me. Speaking of finishing, we're done with the conveyor system. What's next?
Let's work on the stamping machine now. It requires some lubrication and filter replacement.
Okay, let's get to it then. I'm glad we got to talk a little while working.
Me too. It's good to have a friendly conversation while doing a tedious task. It makes the time pass by faster.
Agreed. And it's another day of successful maintenance and production. Let's grab some lunch and come back to test that new mechanical arm.
Good morning, B. How are you today?
Good morning, A. I'm doing well, thanks. How about you?
I'm doing pretty good too. So what can I help you with today?
Well, I've been hearing a lot about cyber attacks lately, and I was wondering if you could give me some advice on how to protect my business.
Absolutely. Cybersecurity is a really important issue these days. Do you have any specific concerns or areas of vulnerability you want me to focus on?
Well, I'm mostly concerned about the safety of my company's financial data and customer information.
I see. That's definitely a crucial area to address. Some basic steps you can take include setting up strong passwords, regularly updating your software, and training your employees on how to recognize and avoid phishing scams.
Those all sound like good ideas. But what about more sophisticated attacks?
For more advanced attacks, you might want to look into implementing firewalls, antivirus software, and intrusion detection systems. You can also consider conducting regular security audits and doing penetration testing to identify any potential weaknesses in your system.
Wow, that sounds like a lot to handle. Do you think we should hire a dedicated security team?
It depends on the size and complexity of your business. For smaller businesses, it might be sufficient to outsource to a reputable security company, but larger corporations might benefit from having an in-house team.
Interesting. Thanks for all the tips, A. I feel much more confident about our company's security now.
No problem, B. Just remember that cybersecurity is an ongoing process, and it's important to stay vigilant and proactive in protecting your data. Good morning, B. How are you doing today?
Morning, A. I'm doing great, thanks. How about you?
I'm fantastic, thanks for asking. I'm excited to be working on this new batch of South African flavored beer. Have you tried any?
Yes, I have. I love the spicy kick it has. What's the secret ingredient?
It's a special blend of African chili peppers and coriander. Gives it the perfect balance.
That sounds amazing. I'll have to try to make my own batch at home.
Be careful with those chili peppers, B. You might start a fire.
Don't worry, I'll make sure to wear gloves. So, how can I help you today?
Could you please help me mix the ingredients for this batch? I'll be in charge of fermentation.
No problem. I'll make sure we have the right measurements.
Thanks, B. You're always so helpful.
Hey, we're a team. And besides, who doesn't love a good local beer?
That's the spirit. Cheers to that.
Cheers! I can already taste the flavor explosion in my mouth.
That's the goal. Let's make sure to get the recipe just right.
Agreed. Let's get to work.
Hey there, welcome to Darwin. Are you enjoying your trip so far?
Yes, I am. I'm particularly interested in learning about the local culture. Do you have any recommendations?
Absolutely. One of the best ways to experience the local culture is to visit the Mindle Beach Sunset Market. It's a lovely outdoor market with a lot of food vendors, local artists, and live music.
That sounds great. When does it usually take place?
It runs every Thursday and Sunday evenings during the dry season. The best part is that you get to watch the beautiful sunset while enjoying the market atmosphere.
That sounds like my kind of scene. Is there anything else you could recommend?
Another must-see attraction is the Museum and Art Gallery of the Northern Territory. It has a wide range of exhibits that showcase the unique history and natural beauty of the region.
That sounds fascinating. I'll definitely add that to my itinerary. Thanks for the recommendation.
No problem at all. Do you have any plans for tonight?
Not yet. I'm open to suggestions.
Well, there's a great pub just down the street from here that serves amazing craft beers and delicious pub grub. It's called the Darwin Brewery.
That sounds like a great option. I'm in. Let's go.
Awesome, let's do it. By the way, have you tried any local delicacies yet?
Not yet. What would you recommend?
You've got to try some barramundi. It's a classic Northern Territory fish that's absolutely delicious.
I'll make sure to keep an eye out for it on the menu. Thanks again for all the great recommendations.
Anytime. I hope you enjoy the rest of your trip in Darwin. Hey B, have you met the new chef we hired?
Yeah, I have. He's talented and passionate about cooking.
I know, right? I tried his dish last night and it was exquisite.
You're making me hungry just thinking about it. What did you have?
I had the grilled salmon with a side of mashed potatoes and buttered asparagus.
That sounds delicious. I should try it for myself.
You definitely should. And the best part is, he's very open to feedback and suggestions.
That's great to hear. Customer satisfaction is our top priority.
Speaking of customers, did you hear about the couple that got engaged here last night?
No, I didn't. That's so romantic. Did they have dessert with a ring in it?
Actually, they had a special message written on their dessert plate.
Ah, how sweet. It's moments like those that make me love working in the service industry.
I agree. It's rewarding to be able to create memorable experiences for our guests.
And with a talented chef like A, I have no doubt we'll continue to exceed expectations.
Cheers to that. Now let's get back to work. These hungry customers won't serve themselves. Hi there. I'm a front-end engineer. Nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm a website designer. It's great to meet you too.
So, we're here to talk about redesigning the news website to increase visitor numbers. Any ideas?
Well, I think we need to have a more visually appealing layout. Maybe we could use a more modern and dynamic design?
That's a good idea. I was also thinking about improving the website's loading time. We could compress the images and optimize the code.
Definitely. And we should also focus on mobile responsiveness. Nowadays, many people access websites from their phones.
Right. We should make sure the website is easy to navigate, with a clear menu and search bar.
I agree. And we should also highlight popular articles and trending topics on the homepage.
That's a good suggestion. We could use personalized recommendations based on the user's browsing history too.
Yes. And we can use interactive visuals and animations to keep users engaged.
Great. I think we have some solid ideas. Let's get to work on this redesign.
Absolutely. It'll be an exciting project that can inspire millions of people to discover, learn, and share new information.
Hey, B. Do you think our users' personal data and privacy are well protected?
Well, A, we are definitely doing our best. But there's always room for improvement, you know.
Yeah, you're right. What else can we do to enhance the protection?
We can encourage our users to set stronger passwords and enable two-factor authentication. It's the basic yet effective way.
That sounds reasonable. But what about those hackers who are always one step ahead of us?
Don't worry, A. We can start implementing the principle of least privilege and conduct regular penetration testing to find vulnerabilities.
Sounds too technical to me. But I trust you, B. So what can I do as a back-end engineer to contribute to this?
Make sure that our backend code follows the best practices for data security, such as input validation and encryption.
Got it. Speaking of encryption, do you use encryption in your daily life?
Of course. I always use a VPN when I'm accessing public Wi-Fi, and I also encrypt my hard drive and frequently change my passwords.
Wow, you're a pro at this. I should learn from you.
Haha, no problem. I'm always happy to share my knowledge with my colleagues.
By the way, what do you think about the recent data breach scandals?
It's a wake-up call for everyone. We should all take our data privacy seriously and ensure that our software products are up-to-date and secure.
Absolutely. Hey, talking about privacy, do you have any tips on how to protect our own privacy on social media platforms?
Sure. Always check the privacy settings of your social media accounts and limit the information you share online. Also, be aware of phishing scams and don't click suspicious links or download unknown files.
Great advice, B. You're an expert in this field.
Thanks, but I'm still learning every day. Data security is an ongoing process that requires constant vigilance and improvement.
That's true. Thanks for your insights, B. I've learned a lot from you today.
You're welcome. Anytime you have questions about data security, feel free to ask me.
Hi there, B. So, I heard we're all about optimizing our internal resources today. Exciting stuff, huh?
Definitely. We want to make sure that we're using our resources effectively and efficiently.
Agreed, and as a back-end engineer, I'm curious, what kind of system are we using to keep track of all of our resources?
We're currently working with a proprietary software, but I'm considering implementing a new cloud-based system for greater security and accessibility.
That could be interesting. Have you run any tests or done any research on potential options?
I've connected with some colleagues in other companies who have already implemented similar systems, so I've got a good idea of what's out there.
Excellent. What kind of feedback have they given you?
Most of the feedback has been positive. There are some initial costs to consider, but in the long run, it looks like moving to new systems will actually save us money.
That's music to my ears. As an engineer, I always want to work with the best possible tools and systems. And speaking of tools, are there any new software updates I should know about?
Actually, there's a new update coming out next week, and it's going to make your job a lot easier.
Really? How so?
The update includes some new features that will streamline your workflow, making it faster and more automated.
That sounds amazing. Thanks for keeping me in the loop, B.
No problem, hey. We're all in this together, and when we work together, we can accomplish great things.
Hi there. Your Thai sticky rice looks really delicious.
Thank you. I make it fresh every day. Would you like some?
Absolutely. And while I'm at it, could I interest you in some of our authentic Thai teas to go with it?
That sounds great. What flavors do you have?
Well, we have Thai milk tea, Thai iced tea, and our special blend of pandan tea.
I'm not sure which one to choose. Maybe I should try all three.
That's a great idea. And if you're ever interested in trying some tea blends with your sticky rice, we also have jasmine and oolong teas which pair well with it.
Wow, I didn't know that. I'll be sure to try them out soon.
And I'll be sure to recommend your delicious sticky rice to all of my tea customers.
Thank you, that means a lot to me. We should definitely collaborate more often.
I couldn't agree more. Perhaps we can come up with a special tea and sticky rice pairing that combines the flavors perfectly.
I love that idea. Let's start brainstorming.
How about a jasmine tea infused sticky rice with a side of pandan tea?
Yes, and maybe we can even create a new flavor of sticky rice, like mango sticky rice or durian sticky rice.
Absolutely. Let's get working on it, and we'll have a new collaboration product in no time.
And who knows? Maybe one day we'll become the go-to spot for authentic Thai tea and sticky rice in this whole city.
That's the dream. But for now, let's just focus on creating delicious treats that satisfy our customers.
Agreed. Thanks for the great idea, and can't wait to work with you again soon.
Likewise. Have a good day, and enjoy the sticky rice and tea. Have you tried sushi before?
Yes, I have. I actually love sushi.
Me too. What's your favorite type of sushi?
Tough question. I'm a big fan of salmon and tuna rolls.
Oh, same. I also really love eel rolls, they're so tasty.
Really? I've never tried those. But now I want to.
You should. And have you ever had sashimi?
Yes, I have. I think it's delicious, but I can only eat a little bit at a time.
Yeah, sashimi is definitely an acquired taste. but sushi rolls are a great way to ease into it.
That's true. And speaking of rolls, have you tried Philadelphia rolls?
Yes. They're so good. Cream cheese and salmon together is a match made in heaven.
Absolutely. And what about California rolls? Do you like those?
Oh, definitely. I love the combination of crab, avocado, and cucumber.
Same here. But I have to admit, I also love adding a bit of wasabi for some extra kick.
Yes, wasabi and soy sauce are a must for every sushi meal.
I totally agree. And although it's not sushi, I also love miso soup as a side dish.
Oh, me too. It's the perfect complement to sushi. Overall, sushi just always hits the spot for me.
Same. And now I'm craving sushi. Let's go get some.
Hi there, B. How's everything going with the network security?
Pretty good, eh? I've been reviewing our systems and I noticed that we can do more to protect our clients' financial information.
That's great to hear. What suggestions do you have for us?
Well, for starters, we can implement multi-factor authentication for all client logins.
I see. We could also require clients to create stronger passwords with a minimum character length.
Yes, and we can encrypt our databases and store them in secure locations, so they're not as easy to hack.
That's a good one. How about security awareness training for employees? They are often the weakest link in the security chain.
Bingo! Education and training are crucial to our security strategy, so we need to make sure our team is equipped with the knowledge to identify and prevent security threats.
Absolutely. Plus, we should schedule regular security audits to check for vulnerabilities and stay ahead of the latest threats.
True, and last but not least, we can monitor client financial activity for unusual patterns or transactions, so we can detect and investigate potential fraud or hacking attempts.
You're right, that's a great suggestion. There's always more we can do to keep our clients' financial information safe and secure.
Glad to hear you think so, eh? It's a team effort to keep our clients' trust in our company's security practices.
Indeed. Well, let's get to work on implementing these recommendations and beefing up our security protocols. Thanks for your insights, B.
Anytime, eh? Always happy to collaborate on keeping our clients' financial information safe and protected.
Good morning, Mr. B. I'm Officer A, and I'm here to ask you a few questions.
Good morning, officer. Of course, ask me whatever you need to know.
So, Mr. B, we received a report about a car theft last night, and eyewitnesses saw you at the scene. Did you see anything or know anything about this?
A car theft? No, I had no idea. I was sleeping soundly at my home last night.
That's interesting. And what kind of car do you drive, Mr. B?
Oh, a red sports car. It's my pride and joy.
And where was your red sports car located last night?
It was parked in my garage, safe and sound. Are you suggesting that I stole a car last night, officer?
I'm not suggesting anything yet, Mr. B. I'm simply trying to get as much information as possible. So, did you happen to see anyone suspicious hanging around the area last night?
No, I didn't see anyone. But I did hear my neighbor's dog barking incessantly around midnight.
Interesting. Thank you for your cooperation, Mr. B. We'll keep you updated if we have any further questions.
Of course, officer. I'm happy to help in any way I can. But honestly, stealing a car? That's not really my style.
I understand, Mr. B. We're just following standard procedures. Now, do you have any questions for me?
No, not really. Just hoping that you can catch whoever is responsible for the theft.
Don't worry, Mr. B. We'll do our best. Have a good day.
You too, officer. And good luck with the investigation.
Hi, have you checked in yet?
Yes, I just got my key. How about you?
Same here. So, have you checked out the room yet?
Yes, I did. It looks pretty neat.
That's great. So, did you notice anything out of the ordinary in the room?
No, everything seems fine. But we'll need some extra towels and maybe some more pillows.
I see. I actually need some more shampoo and soap as well.
Yeah, me too. I guess we should call housekeeping then.
Good idea. Shall we?
Sure. Hey, did you happen to try the restaurant downstairs?
Not yet. Is it any good?
Yeah, I tried their spaghetti bolognese last night and it was surprisingly delicious.
Really? Maybe we should check it out later.
Definitely. Oh, and by the way, if you're up for it, they have a karaoke night on Fridays.
Karaoke? That sounds like fun.
Yes, it does. We'll have to plan for that then.
Absolutely. Thanks for the heads up.
Anytime. Let's call housekeeping now so we can start exploring the city.
Hello and welcome aboard. I will be your pilot for the flight today.
Hi. Thanks for having me. I'm excited to get going.
Great. Before we take off, we need to go through some safety procedures. Have you flown with us before?
No, this is my first time. But I've flown a few times before.
Perfect. Then you'll be familiar with the safety instructions. Please follow along with me as we go through them.
Sure thing. Anything I can do to make the flight safer.
First, please fasten your seatbelt and ensure that your tray table is stowed and your seat is in the upright position.
Got it. All secure here.
Great. In the case of an emergency, oxygen masks will drop from the compartment above your seat. Please place the mask over your nose and mouth and secure it before assisting others.
Okay, got it. Oxygen masks first before helping others.
That's correct. And now, for the exits. We have 4 emergency exits, 2 at the front and 2 at the back of the plane. Please familiarize yourself with the nearest exit to you.
I see them over there. Noted my nearest exits.
Fantastic. And lastly, please do not hesitate to contact one of our crew members should you require assistance during the flight.
Sounds good, thank you for the reminder.
It's always good to review the safety measures, even for frequent flyers like you. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Hi there. It's a beautiful day to be at the market, isn't it?
Absolutely. I'm excited to see what fresh ingredients we can find today.
Let's start with some local produce. How about these plump tomatoes?
They look perfect for a refreshing gazpacho. And what about these peppers? They'll add a nice kick to the dish.
Sounds good. And we can't forget about the seafood. How about some fresh shrimp for a seafood paella?
Excellent idea. And these olives and almonds will be perfect for some tapas.
We have all the ingredients we need. Let's head to the town square and find a spot to cook.
I can't wait to make these dishes in a traditional Spanish kitchen. Do you have any cooking tips to share?
One tip is to use a paella pan for the seafood dish so that the rice gets a nice crust on the bottom, creating a delicious texture.
That sounds delicious. Shall we start cooking?
Let's do it. And don't forget the sangria to accompany our meal.
Of course not. This is going to be a fantastic feast. Thanks for coming with me to choose the ingredients, A.
No problem, B. It's always great to explore local markets and cook with fresh ingredients. Hi there, how's it going?
Hey, I'm doing well. How about you?
I'm good, thanks. So, we need to talk about how we can test our software to ensure stability and security. Any ideas?
Absolutely. Firstly, we can conduct automated tests to catch any system errors or inconsistencies.
Great idea. We can also test for security vulnerabilities by doing penetration testing.
Yes, and we can test for load balancing and scalability by simulating high traffic on our server.
That's a good one. But do you think we should also conduct manual testing?
Definitely. Manual testing can catch any glitches or user experience issues that automated tests might miss.
You're right. And I think we should also encourage our team to report any bugs they come across during their usage.
Absolutely. The more eyes on the software, the better we'll be able to catch any issues.
How about testing on different devices and browser versions?
Yes, we need to make sure our software is compatible across all platforms and browsers.
Right. And we should also consider testing for data integrity to ensure the accuracy of information processed by the software.
Good point. And finally, we can review our code and test cases regularly to ensure they remain up to date and relevant.
Sounds like we have a solid plan in place. Let's get to work. Hey B, have you heard about ISO 27001 security risk management?
Yeah, I have some knowledge about it. Why do you ask?
Well, my company is thinking about implementing it, and I was hoping you could give me some insights.
Sure, no problem. What exactly do you want to know?
I'm not entirely sure what risk management even entails. Can you break it down for me?
Essentially, it's about identifying and assessing risks to your company's information security, then implementing controls to mitigate those risks.
I see. So, what kind of risks are we talking about here?
It could be anything from data breaches to physical theft of equipment. Basically, anything that could compromise the confidentiality, integrity, or availability of your company's information.
That makes sense. So how do we go about identifying these risks?
Well, you can start by conducting a risk assessment. This involves looking at different parts of your company and determining the likelihood and potential impact of different threats.
Right. That sounds like a lot of work.
It can be, but it's worth it in the long run. The potential consequences of an information security breach are huge, both in terms of financial and reputational damage.
Got it. So once we've identified the risks, what do we do next?
Next, we implement controls to mitigate those risks. This could involve anything from implementing access controls to training employees on proper data handling procedures.
Okay, got it. And how do we know if our controls are working?
That's where monitoring and evaluation come in. You need to regularly review your controls to make sure they're still effective and adjust them as necessary.
Makes sense. Thanks for explaining all this to me, B.
No problem, happy to help.
Good afternoon, sir. May I know if you're satisfied with our current security procedures?
Hello. Honestly, I think it could use a little improvement. It seems like the lines get longer every time I travel.
I see. Well, we're always open to suggestions on how to improve. Do you have any in mind?
Yes, I do. How about allowing passengers to keep their shoes on during the screening process? That might speed things up.
That's a great idea. We've been receiving comments about it, and we'll definitely consider it.
Another thing that comes to mind is perhaps having more staff at the security checkpoints. It appears like the process takes longer due to a shortage of staff.
Yes, I understand. We've been trying to hire more people, but there's a high demand for security personnel in our area.
I suppose so. But it might also help to have more bins around the place. It's a hassle to search for bins when there are too many passengers in line.
That's a good point. I'll bring it up with management and see if we can increase the number of bins available.
Great. Thank you for listening to my suggestions. Is there anything else we can do to shorten the waiting time at the screening points?
Actually, we've been thinking of implementing a system where passengers can pre-register for screening, similar to the way we do for boarding passes.
Oh, that sounds interesting. Would that mean faster processing times for those who pre-register?
Yes, that's the idea. We're still figuring out the details, but we're hoping to launch it soon.
Well, that's awesome. It seems like you guys are always looking for ways to make things easier for us. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, sir. We aim to provide the best experience for all our passengers. Please enjoy the rest of your trip. Hi there. Are you from the tourism company?
Yes, I am. Nice to meet you.
Pleasure is mine. I have been running a small fishing business here for years.
That's interesting. I think your fishing village could be an excellent tourist spot.
Really? How could we make that happen?
We could organize fishing tours for tourists where they could experience the local fishing lifestyle.
That's a good point. Do you think we should also promote our traditional seafood dishes?
Absolutely. We could add that to the tour package and even showcase how the dishes are prepared.
That sounds great. I could involve other villagers to share their local experiences too.
Excellent idea. It adds to the authenticity of the tour.
However, the problem is we don't have the infrastructure to cater to large numbers.
No worries. We could make arrangements for accommodation and transportation from nearby cities.
Okay, I see. I am pleased with your suggestions.
Thanks. It's a win-win for both of us. We'll be sure to bring more business to your village, and tourists will know and enjoy your fishing culture.
I couldn't agree more. Let's work on this together.
Definitely. I'll get back to you with a detailed plan soon.
Hey there, B. How's it going?
Not too shabby, hey. Just busy concocting some cocktails for our customers. How about you?
Oh, I'm having a blast making different types of dumplings. It's amazing how one simple filling can have so many variations.
Absolutely. And speaking of variations, have you tried mixing and matching different drinks with your dumplings?
I have, actually. Some pairings work better than others, but it's all about experimentation.
You know, I think we should make a list of our favorite dumpling and cocktail combos and give it to our regulars.
Great idea. But we'll have to make sure to include some non-alcoholic options, too.
Of course, we don't want anyone feeling left out. Speaking of non-alcoholic options, have you tried our wild berry lemonade? It's a hit with the kids and adults alike.
I haven't had the chance to taste it yet, but it sounds delicious. Maybe I'll make some dumplings with a fruity filling to go with it.
That's the spirit. And while we're on the topic of fruity flavors, have you experimented with any exotic fruits in your dumplings?
Actually, yes. I made a batch of dumplings with dragon fruit filling and it turned out surprisingly tasty. How about you, B? Any unique ingredients in your drinks?
Well, earlier today I made a cocktail with acai berries, which was surprisingly refreshing. And I'm thinking of trying out a new recipe with passion fruit tomorrow.
Sounds like we're both ready to take risks and try new things. That's what makes our jobs so much fun.
Agreed. Hey, let's raise a glass, or dumpling, to our adventurous spirits. Cheers.
Cheers. Here's to making delicious and exciting culinary creations for our amazing customers. Hi there, B. How's it going?
Not too bad, thanks. Just dealing with some interesting findings from our latest penetration test.
Oh yeah? What did you discover?
Well, it turns out that some of our databases were a little too easily accessible, with weak passwords and minimal security measures in place.
Yikes, that's not good. Have you started working on fixing those vulnerabilities?
Absolutely. We're implementing stronger passwords and encryption, as well as reviewing our access controls and patching any known vulnerabilities.
That's great to hear. And I'm assuming you're also doing some employee education around proper security practices?
Of course. We want everyone on our team to understand the importance of protecting sensitive data and using strong passwords.
Excellent. Well, hopefully this experience will help us be even more secure moving forward.
Absolutely. It's not always fun to find vulnerabilities, but it's important work that helps keep us and our customers safe.
Very true. And hey, at least we can still have a sense of humor about it all, right?
Definitely. I mean, who doesn't love a good penetration test pun?
Good morning. What can I get for you today?
Hi there. I think I'll have a cappuccino, but could you make it a little extra hot?
Sure thing. Would you like any flavoring or syrup added?
No thanks, just a regular cappuccino is perfect for me.
All right, one hot cappuccino coming up. While I'm preparing your drink, do you have any plans for the day?
Nothing too exciting, just some errands to run. How about you?
Just working here at the coffee shop all day, but I always love chatting with customers like you.
That's great to hear. I always appreciate friendly service.
Thank you, that means a lot to me. Here's your hot cappuccino, enjoy.
This is delicious. You really know your stuff.
Thank you. I'm glad you like it. Do you come to this coffee shop often?
Yes, I do. It's my favorite spot in town.
That's great to hear. We always try to make our customers feel welcome here.
Well, it definitely shows. Keep up the good work.
Thank you. Is there anything else I can get for you?
Actually, I might get a scone to go with my cappuccino.
Sure thing. Which kind do you want?
How about the blueberry scone?
Excellent choice. I'll grab one for you now.
Sweet, thanks. You're the best.
No problem, anything for my favorite customers. Here you go, one blueberry scone.
You're the best. Thanks again, see you next time.
My pleasure. Have a great day. Hey, B, how's it going?
Good. How about you?
Great, thanks. So, what's on the agenda for today?
We need to talk about your upcoming shows.
Awesome. What do you have in mind?
Well, we have a few options. There's a music festival in July, a comedy tour in August, and a TV appearance in September.
I'm leaning towards the music festival. I love performing outdoors.
Good choice. It's a 3-day event with some big names on the bill. You'll be on the main stage on the second day.
That sounds amazing. What about the comedy tour?
It's a smaller tour, but still a great opportunity for exposure. We're thinking of hitting some college towns and comedy clubs.
Sounds fun, but I think I'll pass this time. I want to focus on the music festival.
Not a problem. We're also looking into a TV appearance on a popular talk show in September to promote your new album.
Now that's definitely something I'm interested in. Can we get some more details on that?
Absolutely. We're in talks with the producers and should have some solid info for you soon.
Sounds good. Thanks for keeping me in the loop, B.
Of course. That's what I'm here for. Anything else on your mind?
Nope, that's it for now. Let's get started on preparing for the music festival.
Agreed. Time to rock and roll.
Good morning, B. How are you today?
Good morning, A. I'm doing pretty well. How about you?
Can't complain. So, I've gone over the review of your financial statements, and it seems like everything is in order.
That's great to hear, A. Did you find any discrepancies?
Not at all, B. In fact, your numbers are looking better than last year's.
Really? I missed that. Thanks for letting me know.
You're welcome. I think it's about time we have a little celebration.
Celebrate? What do you have in mind?
How about a round of pizza and beers for lunch?
Now, you're talking my language. Count me in.
Huh. I knew I could convince you. But make sure to save room for dessert.
What's for dessert?
You know what they say, you'll have to wait and see.
Oh, come on. Give me a hint.
Okay, it's something sweet, and it rhymes with scone.
Scone? Oh, I know. Ice cream cone.
Nice try, B. But I was thinking more along the lines of a cinnamon roll.
Yum. Now I'm really looking forward to lunch.
Me too, B. When it comes to food, we're definitely on the same page.
Can't argue with that one. Thanks again for going over my reports, A.
No problem at all, B. It's always fun to work with such a great client like you. Hi there, B. How's your day going?
Pretty good, thanks. How about you?
Can't complain. Just getting ready for dinner service.
You must be busy with all those orders coming in.
Yeah, but it's nothing I can't handle. I've been doing this for years.
I'm sure you're an amazing chef. What's on the menu for tonight?
We're featuring a grilled salmon with lemon butter sauce, roasted vegetables, and garlic mashed potatoes.
That sounds delicious. I may have to order that for myself.
I highly recommend it. And for dessert, we have a homemade blueberry pie.
Yum, my favorite. I'll definitely save some room for that.
Great to hear. Just let me know if you need anything else.
Actually, could I have a side of your famous garlic bread? It's to die for.
Of course, I'll put that in right away. Anything else?
That's all for now. Thanks for your help, A.
No problem, B. Enjoy your meal. Happy birthday, my dear daughter. I can't believe you're already 21.
Thank you, Dad. I'm excited to celebrate with my favorite people.
We booked a fancy restaurant for your birthday dinner. Do you like the ambience?
Yeah, it's perfect. Thanks for choosing it, Dad.
So, what do you want to order for dinner? I heard their lobster is amazing.
I think I want to try their steak. I heard it's their signature dish.
Good choice. And for dessert, we'll have their famous chocolate cake.
Yum, that sounds delicious. Dad, tell me, what was the best birthday present you've ever received?
Well, that's a tough one. But I think the year your mom surprised me with tickets to my favorite football game was pretty amazing.
That sounds like an awesome present. Maybe I should start planning for your next birthday already.
Laughs, you don't have to do that, just spending time with you and seeing you happy is the best gift I could ask for.
Ah, Dad, you're the sweetest.
Winks, and I believe you take after your old man in the sweetness department.
Laughs, thanks, Dad. I'm not sure if that's a compliment, but I'll take it.
Laughs, of course it's a compliment. Speaking of compliments, I have to say you look stunning tonight. You're always beautiful, but tonight you really shine.
Blushes, thank you, Dad. You're making me feel special on my birthday.
Smiling, well, that's what dads are for. To make their daughters feel special and to embarrass them in front of their friends.
Rolling her eyes, yeah, thanks for that. But seriously, I feel lucky to have you as my dad. You always make me feel loved and supported.
Puts his hand on hers, and I will always be here for you, no matter what. Happy birthday, my sweet girl.
Squeezing his hand, I love you, Dad.
Hey B, how's it going?
Not too bad, eh? Just trying to tackle some performance issues we're experiencing with the new e-commerce system.
Oh yeah? What kind of problems are you seeing in your SQL Server database?
Well, the main issue we're running into is slow response times when querying large datasets.
That could be an indexing problem. Have you checked to see if all the necessary indexes are in place?
Funny you should mention that, actually. It turns out we were missing a few key indexes that should have been created during the initial setup.
Yeah. That could definitely be causing some headaches. Did you manage to add those indexes in and do some testing?
Yeah, we added the missing indexes and ran some tests. The improved response times were immediately noticeable.
Nice work, B. It's amazing how much of a difference those small changes can make.
You're telling me. Honestly, it feels like we're running a whole new system now that the DB is performing the way it should be.
It's always a great feeling to see your hard work pay off like that. Anything else you're working on right now?
Well, aside from this SQL Server optimization, I've also been trying to figure out a way to more easily manage backup and restore processes.
Yes. That can be a bit of a pain, especially if you're trying to keep a lot of archival data stored safely.
Exactly. But I think I've got a few ideas for streamlining the process and making it less manual.
Nice. It sounds like you've got a lot on your plate these days.
Yeah, but honestly, I wouldn't have it any other way. It's exciting to be working on projects that are impacting the entire company.
Absolutely. And having a strong database system is such a crucial part of any business these days.
Couldn't agree more. Hey, thanks for chatting with me about all of this.
Hey B, how's it going tonight? Any interesting cocktails planned?
Hey, everything's good so far. I've been experimenting with a new recipe for a spicy margarita. I think I finally got it just right.
That sounds awesome. Customers are really going to love that. What else have you got up your sleeve?
Well, I've been trying to incorporate more Thai flavors into our drinks. I've got a lemongrass-infused gin cocktail that's been getting a lot of positive feedback.
Nice, I love when we can showcase local ingredients. What about the food menu? Any new additions?
Yeah, we're going to start offering some smaller plates to go along with the cocktails. I've got a delicious fried chicken sandwich that's going to blow people's minds.
Fantastic, I can't wait to try it. Speaking of which, have you had a chance to sample the new wine selection?
Not yet, but I heard we've got some fantastic bottles in. I'll make sure to give them a taste later.
Sounds good, let me know what you think. And don't forget to give me feedback on any drink or food changes you think we should make.
Will do, I'm always looking for ways to improve. By the way, how's business been?
It's been good, we've been getting a lot of positive buzz lately. Especially since we were featured in that local magazine.
Oh nice, I didn't know that. We should celebrate with a round of shots.
Laughs, I like the way you think. Let's make it happen. Good morning. How are you doing today, B?
I'm good, thanks for asking. How about you, A?
I'm doing great. I need your expert advice on a patient's medication. Do you have a minute?
Of course, what's the medication and what's the issue?
Well, my patient has been taking antibiotics for a bacterial infection and now needs to start taking a painkiller for a separate issue. I want to make sure there won't be any harmful drug interactions.
That's a wise decision. What's the painkiller she's going to start taking?
She will be taking ibuprofen.
Okay, that should be fine in most cases, but it's important to know that ibuprofen can increase the risk of bleeding if taken with some antibiotics.
Oh, I see. Which antibiotics specifically?
Antibiotics like ciprofloxacin and moxifloxacin can pose a risk of increased bleeding when taken with ibuprofen.
Thanks for letting me know. I can prescribe a different painkiller to avoid any risks.
Sure thing. Do you have any other questions about potential drug interactions?
Not at the moment, but I appreciate your expertise. Thanks for your help.
No problem, always happy to assist. Have a great day, A.
You too, B. Take care. Hello there. Welcome to the Sydney Opera House. My name is Sarah, and I'll be your tour guide today.
Hi, Sarah. I'm excited to be here. This place is really impressive.
Yes, indeed. It's one of the most recognizable structures in Australia, and it's become a cultural icon. Do you know that it took more than 14 years to build it?
Wow. That's quite a long time. I heard that the architecture is very unique. Can you tell me more about it?
Sure. The structure has a set of sails made of white granulated tiles, and it rests on a massive concrete pedestal. It's a beautiful example of modern architecture, and it has influenced countless designs worldwide.
That's fascinating. I've seen the Opera House in photos and on TV, but being here and seeing it in person is really something else.
It certainly is. The Opera House is much more than just an architectural wonder, though. It's home to a wide array of performing arts, from theater to ballet and opera.
So, what can we see during the tour?
During the tour, we'll visit the various parts of the Opera House, including the main concert hall, the Joan Sutherland Theatre, the northern foyers, and the rooftops. You'll get to see some of the breathtaking 360-degree views of Sydney from here.
Sounds fantastic. What's the history behind the Sydney Opera House?
Well, the idea of building the Opera House was first conceived in 1945. It took more than a decade to raise the necessary funds and to begin the actual work of construction. It wasn't until 1973 that it was finally fully completed.
That's a long time. It's amazing how much determination and perseverance it takes to build something like this.
Absolutely. It's an accomplishment that truly reflects human values and efforts. I'm glad you're enjoying the tour. Do you have any other questions?
Not at the moment. But I'd love to come back and attend a performance here one day.
That's a great idea. You won't regret it. Thanks for joining us today and enjoy the rest of your stay in Sydney.
Thank you so much, Sarah. This has been an amazing experience.
Hi there. It's a beautiful day for a conversation about improving the quality of life in our community.
Agreed, and it's great to see so many people out enjoying the park.
Speaking of the community, what do you think are some ways we can help improve their quality of life?
Well, I think one thing we can do is provide more community events and activities to bring people together.
That's a great idea. What kind of events do you suggest?
Maybe we can have a community picnic, a movie night under the stars, or a mini festival with music and food stalls.
Those sound like fun events that could really bring people together. What else do you think we can do?
I also think we can provide more resources and support for community members who are struggling.
Definitely. Maybe we can start a program to connect people with local resources such as job training or financial assistance.
That's a great idea. And we shouldn't forget about mental health resources as well.
Yes, that's so important. Maybe we can have mental health professionals come and speak at our events to help raise awareness and offer support.
That's a great idea. Speaking of events, maybe we should start planning a community event soon.
Yes, let's do it. I'm excited to see how it will bring people together and help improve their quality of life.
Me too. I think our community will really benefit from these initiatives.
Absolutely. It just goes to show that we can make a difference when we work together to create positive change. Hey B, did you see our coworker in the cafeteria today?
Which coworker are you talking about?
The one with a mountain of food on their tray.
Oh yeah, I saw them. They must have been really hungry.
I don't know how they're going to finish all that food.
Maybe they're planning on sharing with everyone in the office.
That's a good point. At least we won't have to worry about going hungry later.
I think we should join them next time and see how much food we can fit on one tray.
Challenge accepted. But I'm not sure my stomach can handle all that food.
It's worth a try. We can always share if we need to.
I'm up for it, as long as we don't get indigestion.
Deal. Let's plan on having a feast next time we hit the cafeteria.
Sounds like a plan. And who knows, maybe we'll inspire some coworkers to join us.
We might just become the lunchtime legends of the office.
Huh. I can see the headlines now. Office mates tackle cafeteria buffet with gusto.
We'll have to make sure to take a group photo for proof.
And share it on the company's social media page. We'll be famous.
Well, let's not get too carried away. But it'll definitely be a fun lunchtime adventure.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to it already. Hi there, B. Have you seen the new menu for tonight's dinner service?
Yes, hey. It looks amazing. I can't wait to try some of the new dishes.
Me too. I'm especially excited about the rack of lamb with rosemary sauce. How about you?
I think I might try the seafood linguine. It sounds delicious.
Great choice. You know what they say, when in doubt, always order seafood.
Laughs, I'll keep that in mind. So, what are you doing to prepare for tonight's service?
I'm getting all the ingredients chopped and prepped for each dish. It's a busy night, so we have to stay ahead.
That's smart. I'm making sure all the tables are set and presentable. I'm also double-checking our reservation list.
Awesome. We make a great team, don't we?
Smiles, absolutely. We're like Batman and Robin, only better dressed.
Laughs, well, we do look pretty sharp in our uniforms, don't we?
Definitely. Speaking of uniforms, did you hear they're changing our uniforms next month?
Oh really? I hadn't heard that. What are they changing them to?
They're going to be more modern and stylish. I saw some sample pictures, and they look awesome.
Can't wait to see them, but for now, let's focus on tonight's service. We want to give our customers the best experience possible.
You're right. Let's do this.
Hey B, how's it going?
It's good, thanks for asking. How about you?
I'm doing well. Hey, I heard you're a security expert. Can you tell me how we can better protect our customer data in our financial institution?
Definitely, there are a few things we could do. Firstly, we should establish a strong password policy and enforce two-factor authentication for all employees.
Makes sense. But doesn't that mean I'll need to remember even more passwords?
Yes, but there are tools that can help manage passwords more securely. Another thing we should do is have regular security awareness training for all employees so they can recognize and avoid potential threats like phishing emails or social engineering attacks.
That sounds like a good idea. We should also keep all software and systems up to date with the latest security patches, right?
Absolutely. And we should also implement access controls for our systems and data so that only authorized users can access certain information.
Got it. But what if there's a data breach?
In that case, we need to have an incident response plan in place to quickly detect and respond to the breach. This includes identifying the source of the breach, containing the damage, and notifying the affected customers.
Okay, makes sense. But do you think these measures will be enough to protect us from hackers and cybercriminals?
No security measure is 100% foolproof, but with these measures in place, we can definitely reduce the risk of a breach and protect our customer data better.
That sounds good. Thanks for your help, B.
No problem, always happy to help protect our customers' data.
Hi, B. Nice to meet you. I'm a software engineer and I heard you're a database manager. I think we can work well together in this advertising company.
Yes, absolutely. I'm sure we can. So, what exactly is our project about?
We're tasked to find better ways to handle user data for our clients. We want to suggest some improvements on how user data can be used in advertisements.
Oh, that's interesting. It's a bit tricky since we need to make sure that we don't violate any privacy laws. However, I believe we can still come up with some innovative ideas.
I completely agree. We have to be careful about that. By the way, have you tried using machine learning or data mining techniques?
Yes, we did do some experiments with it. It helped us sift through large amounts of data more quickly. Do you think we should suggest that to our clients?
I think we should. Using machine learning or data mining can help narrow down user preferences and habits. It can be a great way to improve ad targeting.
That's true. We also need to consider the user's consent in collecting their data. It's important that we're transparent about it.
Absolutely. Another suggestion would be to use A/B testing to see what works best with our ad campaigns. We can measure user engagement and which ads perform better.
That's a good idea. We should start with a small-scale test run first and see how it goes. It would be best to monitor the result and tweak our approach based on our findings.
Right. This way, we can iterate and refine our approach without wasting time and resources. I'm excited to get started on this project.
Yes, me too. Let's schedule a meeting to start data modeling and prototype building. We can work together to create a comprehensive and efficient data management plan.
Sounds like a plan. I can't wait to start collaborating with you on this project. It's going to be a lot of work, but it will be worth it in the end.
Definitely. I'm sure we'll make a great team.
Good afternoon and welcome to our hotel in Canberra. How may I assist you today?
Hi, I have a reservation for a room under the name of Johnson.
Great, let me locate your booking. Ah, yes, Mr. Johnson. You're in luck, because we have upgraded your room for free.
Wow, that's awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Our hotel always tries to give our guests the best possible experience.
I can see that. The lobby and ambience look very inviting.
Yes, we take pride in our interior design. So, which room number would you prefer?
Any room with a view, please.
Sure, I have just the room. It has a stunning view of the city.
That sounds perfect.
Now, before I hand you the room key, could you please fill out this registration form for us?
Of course, no problem. Here you go. All done.
Thank you. Let me give you the key to your room. If you need any assistance, just give us a call.
Thanks again. By the way, are there any good restaurants nearby?
Absolutely. Just outside the hotel, there are some of Canberra's best dining spots. You should try the Italian restaurant across the street.
Sounds delicious. Thanks for the recommendation.
My pleasure. Enjoy your stay in Canberra, Mr. Johnson.
Thank you. You too.
Hey B, have you taken any great underwater shots in this cave?
Yeah, there are a lot of beautiful coral formations and fish swimming around here.
That sounds amazing. I've been wanting to try my hand at underwater photography, but I'm not sure where to start.
Well, one important aspect is lighting. You want to capture colors in depth, so try to take shots during the hour after sunrise or before sunset.
What about camera settings?
It depends on the conditions, but generally, you'll want a fast shutter speed to capture moving objects, and a wide aperture to let in more light.
Got it, and what about composition?
Rule of thirds is always a good starting point. Also, consider using leading lines to guide the viewer's eye and create a sense of perspective.
You make it sound so easy, but I'm sure it takes a lot of practice.
Definitely, but don't be afraid to experiment and try new things. Who knows, you might capture something truly unique and beautiful.
Thanks for the tips, B. I can't wait to try them out.
No problem, A. And just remember to enjoy the experience too. The ocean is full of wonder and surprises, and capturing them on camera is just a bonus.
Hey B, have you ever tried parrilla before?
No, I haven't. What is it?
It's a style of preparing meat that originated in South America. The meat is cooked on an open flame grill.
That sounds delicious. What kind of meat do they usually use?
You can find anything from beef, chicken, pork, and even lamb. It's a real meat lover's paradise.
Wow, I'm so excited to try it. Do they have any sides to go with it?
Definitely. You can have flavorful chimichurri sauce, grilled vegetables, and even cheese.
I'm getting hungry just thinking about it. Where can we find a good parrilla restaurant?
There's a great place downtown called Parrilla Pampas. They have an amazing selection of meats and sides.
Do they have dessert too?
Oh yeah. You have to try their dulce de leche, it's sweet and creamy.
Yum, can't wait. We have to make a reservation, though. It sounds like a popular place.
Good point. How about we go there this weekend?
Sounds like a plan. I can already taste the juicy steak and the tangy chimichurri.
I know, right? Parrilla is a meat lover's dream come true.
I'm so excited to try it. Do you think we can handle all that meat?
Bring your appetite, B. We're going to need it. Good morning. Are you ready for our flight today?
Yes, I am. I'm excited to visit Melbourne.
Oh, that's great. It's a beautiful city. Do you have any plans for your stay?
I want to check out the coffee shops and hop on the trams. What about you?
Well, I'm just looking forward to a smooth flight. But I have to admit, I'm a bit nervous about the weather today.
The weather? Is it bad?
We're expecting some turbulence on our way there. But don't worry, we'll make sure you're safe and sound.
Oh, okay. Should I buckle up tightly?
Yes, please do. And if you need anything, just hit the call button. We'll be happy to assist you.
Thanks. By the way, have you ever had any interesting experiences while flying?
Huh. You could say that. I once had to make an emergency landing because of a stubborn passenger who wouldn't put away his laptop.
Really? That's crazy.
Yeah, definitely one of the weirdest experiences I've had. But most flights are pretty routine. So, are you all set with your passport and boarding pass?
Yes, I am. I can't wait to get on the plane and start my adventure.
Perfect. Let's get you boarded and ready to go. Have a great flight. Good morning, B. How's it going?
Good morning, A. It's going great today, thanks for asking. How about you?
I'm doing well, thanks. It's such a lovely day to be in the garden, don't you think?
Absolutely. I've been busy pruning the bushes and watering the flowers. And speaking of the garden, have you thought about any new designs?
Yes, actually. I was thinking of adding a small pond with some exotic plants and maybe even some fish. What do you think?
Sounds amazing. We could install some stepping stones and benches around it for visitors to enjoy as well.
That's a great idea. What do you suggest we do about the cherry tree over there? It's starting to hit the roof of the shed.
We could prune it back or graft it onto a smaller rootstock to keep it more compact.
Excellent idea, B. You really know your stuff. I appreciate all your hard work in maintaining the garden.
No problem at all, A. I love being out here and seeing how everything grows and thrives. It's so fulfilling to see the beauty we create together.
Indeed it is. And the best part is that we get to share it with everyone who visits. Speaking of which, we should make sure there are plenty of fresh flowers in the front entrance to welcome guests.
Great idea, A. Let's get to it.
Hey, B. Any new ideas on how to develop a better self-driving system for our autonomous car project?
Hey, A. Yeah, I think we could use a more advanced AI system to enhance the car's cognitive abilities.
Great idea. But, do you think all of our competitors are already using that technology?
Well, according to our latest market research, only a few of them use it yet.
Okay, then let's implement it quickly before they catch up.
Sure, we need to train the AI system with very diverse datasets to make sure it makes right decisions in different regions, intersections, and road types.
That sounds fair. Do you have any idea where we can get such datasets?
There's a driving simulator at the university we can use for that.
Let's book it then. But how long do you think it will take to train the AI?
With our powerful servers and machine learning algorithms, it shouldn't take us longer than a couple of weeks.
Perfect, and then we can do some trials on actual roads to check if the decision-making process is optimal.
Exactly, but we need to make sure we aren't violating any traffic laws during those trials.
Oh, don't worry, we will make sure to follow all the legal protocols.
That's good to hear. Another important factor is the UI design. It should be user-friendly for the drivers.
Agreed. Maybe we could even use 3D graphics to make it more intuitive.
Sounds awesome. And we can also add voice-activated commands for the car.
Nice touch. But, will it understand all accents and dialects?
It will be a challenge, but we can use the latest NLP techniques to improve its accuracy.
Perfect. Let's brainstorm some more ideas over coffee. We need to make our autonomous car a standout in the market.
Totally agree, let's do it.
Hey B, did you see that new shipment of tuna that just came in? It looks incredible.
Yes, I did. I can't wait to see how it tastes in the spicy tuna rolls.
Speaking of spicy, have you tried the kimchi fried rice yet? It's one of our most popular dishes.
Not yet, but I've had my eye on it. Maybe we can make some for ourselves after our shift.
Sounds like a plan. Have you ever tried making your own kimchi?
No, I haven't. I've always been too scared to attempt it. Have you made it before?
Yes, a couple of times actually. It's not as hard as it seems, and the flavors are so worth it.
Maybe you can give me a quick lesson sometime.
Absolutely. Oh, did you see that couple at table 8? They keep taking photos of every dish.
Yeah, they've been doing that all night. Maybe they're food bloggers.
Or just really avid Instagram users. Either way, I hope they tag us in their posts.
That would be great promotion for the restaurant. Hey, did you hear the manager is thinking of adding some new dishes to the menu soon?
No, I hadn't heard that. I hope we get to try them out before they're officially added.
Me too. I don't want to be caught off guard if someone asks us about them.
That's true. But I have faith in our cooking skills. We can handle anything that comes our way.
Agreed. And at least we know we won't be hungry after our shift with all this delicious food around us.
That's for sure. All right then, back to work. Let's keep these customers happy and fed. Good morning, B. How's your day?
Hey, good morning, A. I'm doing great. Just had my cup of coffee. How about you?
Same here. So, let's discuss the progress we made in the first quarter of the year.
Sure thing. We've completed most of the tasks assigned to us. We just need to wrap up the last few bits by the end of the month.
That's great news. What about the second quarter? Do we have anything lined up?
Yes, we do. We have a few new projects coming up that we need to start working on. I'm pretty excited about them.
That's awesome. How do you plan to manage your time for these projects?
I was thinking of working on them in sprints. We can break them down into smaller tasks and complete them one by one. That way, we can keep track of our progress.
That's a great idea. We don't want to fall behind. Speaking of which, how's the progress on the project we started last month?
We're right on track. We've completed the first phase of development and we should be able to deliver it by next week.
Perfect. We're killing it this year.
Haha, yes we are. But let's not forget to take a break every now and then. We don't want to burn out.
I totally agree. How about we head out for lunch today? My treat.
Sounds good to me. Let's go grab some burgers.
All right then, let's get back to work and finish up the last few tasks for this month. Hey B, have you heard about the recent collaboration between a data scientist and a cloud engineer in a cloud service company?
Yeah, I have. I'm pretty excited about it too. It's not often we see those two fields coming together in such a dynamic way.
Exactly. And now they're discussing ways to optimize cloud service performance. It's like the dream team of data and tech.
I agree. I think this collaboration will bring a lot of benefits to the company. Better performance, better data analysis, and ultimately, better results for our clients.
It's like they're the Batman and Robin of cloud services. One can't function without the other.
I'm guessing the data scientist will focus on analyzing data trends while the cloud engineer will focus on processing, storage, and delivery.
That's right. Hopefully, they can come up with a strategy to minimize costs, maximize efficiency, and reduce latency. A win-win for everyone.
You know what they say, teamwork makes the dream work. With their expertise combined, I'm sure they'll come up with some innovative solutions.
Definitely. And in the end, we'll all reap the rewards. Kudos to them for taking on such a complex challenge.
Agreed. Here's to a successful collaboration and a brighter future for cloud services.
Good morning, B. Have a seat.
Good morning, A. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well, thanks for asking. Let's dive into discussing our current education policies.
Of course, I've been anticipating this meeting.
Great. First off, what do you think about our homework policy?
Well, it's important for students to have some homework, but not too much where it overwhelms them.
Agreed. We want to ensure their success, but not at the cost of their mental health.
Exactly. What about incorporating more hands-on activities in the classroom?
I love that idea. It would make learning more engaging for the students.
And who doesn't love a good experiment or project?
Those are the best parts of teaching. Moving on, what do you think about our dress code?
I think it's important to have a dress code for professionalism, but it shouldn't be too strict.
Yes, we want our students to feel comfortable and confident in themselves.
Absolutely. And what about school events?
We should definitely have more fun events to bring the school community together.
I couldn't agree more. School spirit is important in creating a positive, welcoming environment for everyone.
That's the goal, B. Thanks for sharing your thoughts with me.
Of course, anytime. It was a pleasure engaging in this discussion with you.
Hey there, what can I get for you tonight? You got it. How about a grapefruit mint margarita? It's one of our new signatures. Sure, I can adjust the sweetness for you. Would you like it with a salt rim or sugar rim? Great choice. I'll muddle some fresh mint and shake it up with grapefruit juice, tequila, and a little bit of agave nectar. Here you go, one grapefruit mint margarita with a sugar rim just for you. So glad to hear that. Let me know if you'd like to try anything else. We have a whole menu of creative cocktails to choose from. My pleasure, enjoy your drink and have a great night. Hey B, have you heard of ISO 27001 Physical Access Certification?
No, what's that?
It's a certification for managing physical access to information and data centers.
Ah, I see. Sounds interesting. Why is it important?
Well, it ensures that only authorized personnel are allowed access to sensitive areas, protecting against theft, vandalism, and unauthorized access.
That sounds like a great way to ensure security.
Definitely. Plus, it demonstrates a commitment to protecting important data.
That makes a lot of sense. Have you ever worked with it before?
Yes, actually, I've helped a couple of companies get certified.
Wow, that's impressive. How difficult is it to get certified?
It requires a lot of work and preparation, but it pays off in the end.
I can imagine. Do you have any tips for someone who's considering getting certified?
Sure, start with assessing your current practices and identifying areas that need improvement. Then work on implementing necessary changes and documenting everything thoroughly.
That sounds like a good plan. I might look into it further.
Definitely. It's a great way to enhance security and protect valuable data.
Thanks for the advice, A.
No problem, B. Always happy to help. Hey there. I'm A, the software engineer. Nice to meet you.
Hi there, I'm B, the blockchain engineer. Great to meet you too.
So, we've been assigned to develop a reliable blockchain application. Do you have any ideas?
Well, we could create a decentralized marketplace where users can buy and sell products using cryptocurrency.
That sounds interesting. But how do we ensure the security and transparency of the transactions?
We can use smart contracts to automate the transactions and have them verified by multiple nodes on the blockchain.
That's a great idea. And we can also implement a reputation system to ensure that only trusted users can participate in the marketplace.
Yes, and we can also incorporate a system where users can rate and review each other, much like a social media platform.
That's brilliant. We can also add an escrow service to protect the buyers and sellers from scams.
Absolutely. And we can have the system audited by a third party to ensure its reliability.
This is shaping up to be a really promising project. Do you have any concerns about the development process?
Not really. As long as we work together and communicate effectively, I think we can deliver top-notch results.
I couldn't agree more. Let's get started on this exciting venture and see where it takes us.
Sounds like a plan. And hey, if we ever get stuck, we can always grab a cup of coffee and brainstorm some more.
Haha, yes. Coffee always does the trick. Cheers to a successful project. Hey, have you checked out of the hotel yet?
No, not yet. I was just gathering all my stuff together.
Gotcha. So, have you paid the bill yet?
Nope, not yet. I was hoping you could help me with that.
Sure thing. Let me check with the front desk to see what the damage is.
Thanks a bunch. I'm hoping it won't be too expensive.
Laughs, don't worry, we split the cost, remember?
Laughs, oh yeah, that's true. Maybe we should have gotten a room with bunk beds to save some cash.
Laughs, no way, I need my beauty sleep.
Laughs, fair enough. So, what's the damage on the bill?
Alright, so after adding up everything, it looks like we owe a total of $600.
Oof, that's steep. Did we order room service every day or something?
Laughs, no, it wasn't that bad. It looks like there were some extra charges, like for using the mini fridge and some other amenities.
Size, well, I guess it's worth it for the amazing view we had from the balcony.
Absolutely. Speaking of which, did you remember to grab your sunglasses from there?
Oh shoot, I totally forgot. Thanks for reminding me.
No problem. Oh, and don't forget to turn in your room key at the front desk.
Got it. Thanks for helping me out. I couldn't have done it without you.
Anytime, my friend. Ready to hit the road and head back home?
You know it. Let's get out of here before we spend any more money. Laughs.
Laughs, agreed. Can't wait to get back to our own beds. Hey B, how's it going?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
Can't complain. So, we're looking to design a new game interface. Got any ideas?
Absolutely. I was thinking we could incorporate some interactive elements into the design. Maybe some motion graphics or animations.
That could definitely make it more engaging for players. How about incorporating some user-friendly navigation too?
Yes, I was also thinking we could make use of some visually appealing color schemes and fonts to make it more immersive.
That's a great idea. Well, we also need to consider practicality. We don't want to overcomplicate the design.
Good point. I was thinking we could maybe include a tutorial or guide for the players to make it easier to use.
I like that. So, do you think we should have a specific theme or style?
Well, it depends on the type of game. We could go sci-fi, fantasy, or even something minimalist.
That's true. We definitely want to match the aesthetic with the game concept. Hey, do you have any suggestions for the music design?
I think we should go for something atmospheric and evocative to draw players further into the game world.
Nice. You're really killing it with these ideas, B. How about making sure we have a clear call to action within the interface?
Yes, I was thinking of including eye-catching buttons and prompts that lead players to the next step or action.
Perfect. And maybe we could have some kind of progress tracker too.
Great idea. It would let players know how far they've come and keep them motivated to keep playing.
Alright, we're really getting somewhere with this. But, how about player feedback? We should include some kind of survey or comments section, right?
Yes, getting player feedback is crucial for making improvements and updates in the future.
Agreed. Hey, can we also make sure it's mobile-friendly?
Definitely. More and more people are playing games on their phones these days, so we need to make sure it's easily accessible.
Well, we've got a lot to work with here. I think we can make something great. Thanks for all your input, B.
No problem, happy to help. Let's get to work.
Hello there. How can I help you today?
Hi, thank you for seeing me. I've been feeling really stressed lately and I don't know how to deal with it.
I'm sorry to hear that. Stress can be a difficult thing to manage. Can you tell me more about what's been causing your stress?
School has been really overwhelming and I have a lot of exams coming up soon. On top of that, I'm trying to balance my extracurricular activities.
That sounds like a lot to handle. Have you tried any stress-relieving techniques like meditation or exercise?
I've tried going for runs, but it doesn't seem to help much. I haven't tried meditation though.
Meditation can be a great way to calm the mind and reduce stress. I can give you some resources on it if you'd like.
That would be great, thank you. Do you have any other tips for managing stress?
Of course. It's important to take breaks and give yourself time to relax. Try doing something you enjoy, like reading or listening to music.
Okay, I'll try that. Thank you for your help.
You're welcome. Remember, it's important to prioritize your mental health and take care of yourself. Don't hesitate to come back if you need more support. Hey B, have you ever had a quesadilla before?
Of course, who hasn't? It's a delicious Mexican dish.
I love how versatile it is. You can make it with any ingredients you have in your fridge.
I agree, I usually load mine up with chicken, cheese, and veggies.
Yum. Have you ever tried a dessert quesadilla?
No, I haven't. What's in it?
You can put anything from Nutella and banana to strawberries and whipped cream. It's like a sweet burrito.
That sounds amazing. I'm going to have to try that for dessert tonight.
Do you have a favorite dipping sauce for your quesadilla?
I love to dunk mine in some spicy salsa or guacamole. What about you?
I'm all about that sour cream. It cools down the heat and adds a creamy texture.
That's a good point. I'll have to give sour cream a try next time.
Absolutely. And if you're feeling adventurous, you can switch up the tortilla and use a flavored one like spinach, tomato, or even black bean.
Oh wow, I've never even thought of that. The possibilities are endless.
That's the beauty of quesadillas, you can make them your own and never get bored.
You're right, I can't wait to experiment with new combinations. Thanks for the idea.
Hello there. How's it going with the database maintenance?
Hi. It's been pretty busy, to be honest. This system handles a lot of data.
Yeah, it sure does. But that's what we're here for. Have you tried optimizing the database queries?
Yes, we did some rewrites and updated the indexing, but we still have some heavy queries that take ages to complete.
That can be a problem. Have you considered dividing the workload into smaller chunks?
I hadn't thought about that. How would that work?
We can use sharding to spread the data across multiple nodes. That way, each node can handle a smaller subset of data, making queries faster.
That sounds like a good idea. But how do we make sure the shards stay in sync?
We'll need to use a distributed database system that can replicate the data across all the nodes in real time. We could use Apache Cassandra or MySQL cluster.
That's a neat solution. Thanks for suggesting it.
My pleasure. It's always great to come up with innovative solutions to make our systems more efficient.
Speaking of efficiency, I heard you guys implemented a CI/CD pipeline for the deployment process. How's that working out?
It's been amazing so far. We've drastically reduced the time it takes for code to reach production, and we've caught a lot of bugs early on.
That's fantastic. I wish we could implement something like that for our database operations.
Well, why not? We can use tools like Jenkins and Ansible to automate database backup and restores, as well as automated testing of schema changes.
Wow, you really are a helpful assistant. Thanks for all the tips.
No problem at all. It's all part of my job as a DevOps engineer. Hello there. Are you enjoying your hike in this beautiful forest?
Yes, I am. I can't get enough of these breathtaking views.
That's great to hear. What brings you to Tasmania?
I'm here on vacation with my family. We wanted to explore the great outdoors.
That sounds like a fantastic plan. I'm a travel photographer, and I just love the natural beauty of Tasmania.
That's awesome. Do you have any tips for capturing great nature photos?
Yes, actually. Always look for unique angles and perspectives. Plus, try playing with lighting and framing to create a more dynamic shot.
Ah, I see. Well, your photos are stunning. What's the most astounding thing you've ever captured on film?
That's a tough question. I once snapped a shot of a rare white kangaroo. It was a breathtaking sight.
Wow, that sounds amazing. Have you ever had any close calls with dangerous wildlife while taking photos?
Yes, I've had a few run-ins with snakes and spiders, but I always make sure to keep my distance and stay safe.
That's definitely important when in the wild. So, do you have any favorite spots in Tasmania for nature photography?
Definitely. Cradle Mountain, Bay of Fires, and Wineglass Bay are some of my go-to locations for amazing nature shots.
I'll definitely have to check those out before leaving Tasmania. Thanks for the great tips and conversation.
Of course. Enjoy the rest of your vacation and happy snapping. Hey, have you thought about using more multimedia elements on our website?
Yeah, that's a good idea. What kind of elements do you have in mind?
Maybe we could add some videos or animations to make it more engaging.
I like that idea. But won't that slow down the website?
That's a valid concern. We could optimize the files and compress them for faster loading times.
Smart thinking. And what about images?
I think we could use more high-quality images to showcase our products and services.
Absolutely. Do you think we should invest in a professional photographer?
It's definitely worth considering. A good photo can really make a difference.
Speaking of photos, have you seen those funny cat pictures on the internet?
Haha, yes. They always brighten up my day.
Maybe we could add some funny images to our website too to show our playful side.
I like that idea. It'll show that we don't take ourselves too seriously.
Agreed. And we could even have a section dedicated to showcasing customer photos with our products.
I like the way you think. It would really humanize our brand.
Exactly. Have you heard about those interactive quizzes on websites? What if we made one for our customers?
Great idea. It would not only engage our audience, but also provide valuable insight into their preferences.
And we could offer a prize for completing it.
That's a great incentive to get people to participate.
I'm excited about all the possibilities. Let's bring some life to our website.
Agreed. Let's get started. Hi, there. Your fruits look pretty good today.
Thank you very much. We always try our best to offer the freshest produce.
I've been considering selling my fruits at the market too, but I don't know how to start.
Oh, it's not that hard. You just need to make sure your fruits are properly cleaned, arranged, and priced.
I see. How about the packaging? Do I need to put them in boxes or baskets?
It depends on your preference and your target customers. Some people prefer boxes while others like baskets.
Okay. What about the prices? How should I determine them?
There's no fixed formula, but generally, you should consider the cost of production, the market demand, and the competition.
I'm really excited to try this. By the way, do you have any idea how to attract more customers?
Yes, you can offer some free samples, give discounts, or display your fruits in a creative way.
That's great advice. Thanks for your help.
You're welcome. It's always nice to have more friendly vendors in the market.
Can I ask you one last question? How do you deal with unsold fruits or damaged ones?
We usually donate them to charities or use them for our own consumption. Nothing goes to waste here.
That's really thoughtful. I'll keep that in mind.
Good luck with your sales. See you around.
Thank you, and see you. Hi B. Have you ever tried pad thai? It's my favorite dish.
Hey. Yeah, I have. Pad Thai is amazing, but it can be a bit tricky to cook.
Oh, definitely. But once you have the right mix of flavors, it's just the best thing ever.
I agree, the balance of sweet, salty, and sour is crucial. And I think Pad Thai is one of the dishes that really highlights those flavors.
Absolutely. And the mix of textures, from the noodles to the bean sprouts to the peanuts, just makes it perfect.
Yes, that crunchiness is fantastic. How do you like your Pad Thai, A? Spicy or mild?
I like it spicy, but not too much. What about you, B?
Same here. I like it with a bit of a kick, but not so much that I can't taste anything else.
Exactly. And have you tried pad thai with shrimp or chicken?
I usually go for shrimp, but I've had it with chicken before, and it's just as delicious.
Shrimps are my favorite too. And have you ever tried pad thai with a fried egg on top? It's so good.
No way. That sounds amazing. I need to try that next time.
You definitely should. And do you know that pad thai is probably the most famous Thai dish?
I did not know that. But it doesn't surprise me. It's one of those dishes that you just can't help but love.
Yes, everyone loves pad thai. And I think it's perfect for any occasion, whether you want to have it for lunch, dinner, or just as a snack.
I totally agree. It's versatile and delicious, and one of those dishes that you just can't get enough of.
Hi B, how's it going?
Pretty good, thanks. How about you?
I'm doing well, thanks. So, let's get down to business. We need to optimize the user interface for our smartphone operating system.
Absolutely. We want to make it as user-friendly as possible. What ideas do you have, A?
Well, we could start by simplifying the layout. Too many options can be overwhelming. We should focus on the most frequently used features and place them front and center.
That's a great idea. We also need to consider the visual design. It needs to be aesthetically pleasing and intuitive.
Yes, and we need to make sure it's responsive and easy to navigate. Users should be able to find what they're looking for quickly and easily.
I agree, and we should also incorporate some fun and unique features that make our operating system stand out from the rest.
Absolutely. A little bit of humor or a clever design element can go a long way in making the user experience more enjoyable.
And maybe we could include some interactive elements, like animations or sound effects, to really engage users.
Great idea. It's all about making the user feel like they're in control and having a good time using our operating system.
Exactly. By providing a visually appealing, user-friendly experience, we'll keep our customers happy and coming back for more.
Well said, B. I'm feeling pretty inspired now. Let's get to work. Hey B. Have you ever tried fried fish?
Of course, eh? I love it. Have you?
Yes, and it's amazing. Which is your favorite kind?
I'm not picky, as long as it's crispy and not too oily.
That's right. I believe a good fried fish should be crispy on the outside and tender on the inside.
Exactly. And it should be served with some tartar sauce or lemon wedges.
Oh yes. Tartar sauce is a must. It adds that extra flavor and tanginess to the dish.
But don't forget the side dishes too. How about some coleslaw and French fries?
Yum. That would complete the meal. It's always the perfect combo.
I agree. And the best thing is, fried fish is not too expensive but still so delicious.
Yes, it's certainly a budget-friendly meal that satisfies your cravings and hunger.
Absolutely. And it's also a great dish to share with friends and family.
Yes, it definitely brings people together over good food and good conversations.
Well said, hey. Let's go grab some fried fish sometime and enjoy these amazing flavors and textures.
Hi, I'm excited to learn how to scuba dive today.
Great to have you here. Have you ever tried diving before?
No, this is my first time. But I have been looking forward to this for weeks.
Well, the water here is crystal clear, so you can see plenty of colorful fish and marine life.
Wow, that sounds amazing. What kind of fish can we expect to see?
We might see parrotfish, clownfish, and even turtles if we're lucky.
That's incredible. But is it difficult to breathe underwater with all the gear on?
It's not too difficult as you get the hang of it. But if you feel uneasy, just signal me and we'll take a break.
Okay, that makes me feel better. I can't wait to try it out.
Before we start, I'll teach you some basic skills like how to clear water from your mask and how to equalize pressure in your ears.
Okay, sounds good. I'm ready to learn.
Great. Remember to always stay close to me and let me know if you have any concerns.
Got it, I'm ready to dive in and explore the reef. Thank you for your guidance. Hey B, how's the studying going?
It's not too bad, just trying to survive this midterm season.
I feel your pain. I remember staying up all night studying in college.
Yeah, I wish I could do that, but I need my 8 hours of sleep.
Hey, that's not a bad thing. Rest is just as important as studying.
Thanks, I just hope I can remember everything for the exam tomorrow.
You will, I have faith in you. Plus, think of all the free time you'll have once it's over.
Free time sounds like heaven right now.
Speaking of heaven, have you seen the latest Harry Potter book in the library?
No, I haven't. Is it any good?
It's amazing. I highly recommend it.
Thanks for the suggestion, I'll have to check it out.
Definitely do. Now back to studying, we can chat more about Harry Potter once we're done.
Sounds like a plan. Thanks for the motivation, A.
Anytime, B. Let's ace this midterm together. Good evening, welcome to our restaurant. What can I get for you?
Hi there, I heard that you guys have some authentic Australian cuisine.
Absolutely. Our chef is a master of Australian flavors. What are you in the mood for?
Well, I've never tried kangaroo before. Do you have any dishes that feature it?
Yes, we do have a kangaroo steak on the menu. It's one of our most popular dishes, and for good reason. The kangaroo meat is lean and flavorful.
That sounds interesting. What sides would you recommend to go with it?
Our roasted root vegetables pair nicely with the kangaroo steak. We also have a delicious mushroom sauce that complements the meat perfectly.
Great, I'll go with the kangaroo and the mushroom sauce. Can I also get a side of those vegetables?
Of course. And can I interest you in one of our Australian wines to accompany the meal?
Yes, please. What do you recommend?
Our Shiraz from the Barossa Valley is a full-bodied red that pairs nicely with the kangaroo. Would you like to try that?
Sure, sounds good. Thanks for the suggestion.
My pleasure. Your order will be up shortly. Enjoy your meal.
Thank you, looking forward to it.
Hey there. You must be B, right? I'm your surf coach, A.
Yes, that's correct. Nice to meet you, A.
So, have you ever surfed before?
No, this is my first time. I'm a little nervous.
No worries, mate. We'll start with some basic techniques. Just follow my lead.
Sounds good to me. Let's do it.
First, before we go into the water, let's warm up a bit. We don't want any injuries.
Okay, what kind of warm-up should we do?
Just some simple stretches and exercises to get your muscles loosened up. Here, let me show you.
Got it. I think I'm ready to hit the waves now.
Alright, let's start with the basics. Lie down on the board and paddle until you feel the wave catching you.
I think I've got it. Now what do I do?
Once you feel the wave pick you up, you need to pop up to your feet. It's all about timing and balance.
Wow, this is harder than it looks.
Don't get discouraged, B. Everyone struggles at first. Keep practicing and you'll get the hang of it.
Okay, let's try again.
That's the spirit. Remember to keep your weight centered over the board and your eyes on the horizon.
This time felt a little better. Do you think I'm making progress?
Definitely. You're a natural talent. Just keep practicing and you'll be shredding like a pro in no time.
Thanks for the encouragement, A. I'm starting to enjoy this more now.
See? Surfing is all about fun and feeling the rush of the waves. Let's catch a few more before we wrap up for the day.
Absolutely. This is a blast. I can't wait to come back and do it again.
Hey there, fellow sushi chef. It's nice to see another skilled professional in the kitchen.
Yes, hello. Though I must say, I also take pride in my rice ball making skills.
Rice balls? I'm afraid I haven't had much experience with those.
Well, let me tell you, they're pretty great. And they're perfect for a quick and easy meal or even a snack on the go.
Maybe I should try making some myself. Do you have any tips?
Sure thing. The key is to make the rice sticky, but not too sticky. And then you can add some fillings, like pickled plums or tuna.
That sounds delicious. Maybe we could collaborate on a special menu item, featuring your rice balls and my sushi rolls.
I love that idea. We could call it the East meets West combo.
Yes, and we could add some unique ingredients, like avocado or spicy mayo, to give it a tasty twist.
Definitely. I think our customers would really enjoy something new and exciting on the menu.
Speaking of customers, have you noticed anyone in particular who's been coming in often?
Actually, yes. There's a couple who always orders the same thing, salmon nigiri and shrimp tempura rolls.
I think I know who you're talking about. They always tip well, too.
Yes, they're very kind. It's nice to have regulars who appreciate our food.
Definitely. And it's also great to work with someone who's passionate about their craft, like you are with your rice balls.
Thanks, that means a lot coming from you. I feel the same way about your sushi.
It's always inspiring to see what other chefs can create. And it's even better when we can share our ideas and skills to make something even greater.
Agreed. We should do this more often and keep exploring new possibilities in our cooking.
Absolutely. Here's to a successful collaboration and many more delicious meals to come. Good morning, driver. How long will it take us to get to Madrid?
Good morning. Well, it depends on the traffic, but usually it takes about 2.5 hours.
Oh, that's not too bad. I'm excited to visit Madrid for the first time.
It's a beautiful city. Is there anything specific you're looking forward to seeing?
Definitely the museums and the Castle of Madrid. What about you? Do you have a favorite spot in the city?
I love Retiro Park. It's a perfect place to relax and escape the city buzz for a while.
Sounds great. I'm also looking forward to trying some traditional Spanish food. Do you have any recommendations?
Yes, definitely try the tapas. They're small dishes that you can share with friends and sample different flavors. And don't forget to try churros with hot chocolate for breakfast.
Yum, that sounds delicious. I'll definitely try those. Have you ever been to any festivals in Madrid?
Yes, I have. The most famous one is San Fermin, but my favorite is La Tomatina in Valencia. It's basically a giant tomato fight.
Wow, that sounds like a lot of fun. I might have to add that to my bucket list. Thanks for the recommendation.
You're welcome. It's always great to share travel tips and experiences. Speaking of, have you been to any other cities in Spain?
No, this is my first time in Spain. but hopefully not the last. I'd love to explore more of the country.
There are so many beautiful places to visit. I recommend Barcelona for its unique architecture and Seville for its flamenco dancing.
That's great to know. I'll keep those in mind for my next trip. Thanks for the suggestions, driver.
No problem at all. Happy travels and enjoy your stay in Madrid.
Good morning, class. How are you all feeling today?
Great, thanks for asking. How about you, Professor?
I'm doing well, thanks. So, today we will be discussing the importance of humor in communication.
That sounds interesting. How can humor help with communication?
Well, humor can break the ice in difficult conversations and can help people connect on a more personal level.
That makes sense. Do you have any tips for using humor effectively?
Yes, it's important to know your audience and avoid offensive jokes. Also, timing is key. A joke may not be appropriate in certain situations.
I'll keep that in mind. Do you have any favorite comedians, Professor?
Oh, I'm a big fan of Ellen DeGeneres and her witty humor. How about you, B?
I enjoy watching Trevor Noah on The Daily Show. His commentary is hilarious.
Yes, Trevor is quite talented. All right, class, for our activity today, I want you to pair up and come up with a funny anecdote to share with the class. Let's see who can make us laugh the most. Hi there. You must be our guide for today's tour in this beautiful beach. I'm excited to explore the local marine ecosystem here.
Indeed, I am. Welcome to our lovely beach. The marine life here is truly fascinating. Have you been snorkeling or diving before?
Yes, I have. I've done some diving in the past and I find it really exhilarating. I'm looking forward to seeing some colorful fish and other sea creatures.
That's great to hear. We take conservation seriously here, so we encourage our visitors to be mindful of their impact on the marine environment. Have you heard of any programs or initiatives for ocean conservation in your country?
Yes, I have. I know that some organizations promote the use of biodegradable products, reduce the use of single-use plastics, and conduct coastal cleanups. How about in your community?
We have a similar program here where we do regular beach cleanups and promote the proper disposal of trash. We also have protected marine areas where fishing and other activities are prohibited to preserve the biodiversity.
That's really impressive. I think more people should learn about these programs and take action to preserve our oceans. By the way, have you seen any interesting sea creatures around here lately?
Just last week, we spotted a group of dolphins swimming near the shore. It was quite a spectacle.
Wow, that must have been amazing. Hopefully, we'll get a chance to see some today as well.
We'll certainly try. Meanwhile, have you tried any of our local seafood dishes? Some of them are freshly caught from the ocean right here.
Not yet, but I've heard great things about the seafood here. I'm definitely excited to try some.
Great. Let's continue our tour and we'll make sure to include a stop at a seaside restaurant for a seafood feast. And don't forget, let's continue to promote ocean conservation in everything that we do.
Hey B, I'm really enjoying this movie. What do you think?
I'm glad to hear that, eh? I think the cinematography is amazing.
Yes, the way they've framed the shots is really impressive. But I can't help but notice that the soundtrack is a bit too loud.
That's interesting. I actually think it adds to the intensity of the action scenes.
Maybe, but I'm pretty sure my ears are bleeding.
Ah. Well, I'll keep that in mind for our next movie collaboration.
Speaking of collaborations, have you thought about casting me in your upcoming project?
Of course I have, eh? You have the perfect look and acting skills for the lead role.
That's great to hear. I've been working on my accent too. What do you think?
Your accent sounds impeccable, eh? You'll fool everyone into thinking you're a real Briton.
Thanks, B. I've been practicing my tea-sipping skills as well.
You'll fit right in with the British aristocracy then. Just don't forget about your humble beginnings.
Never. I'll always remember my roots as a struggling actor, even when I'm hobnobbing with the elites.
I never doubt your humility, eh? That's why I enjoy working with you.
Thanks, B. You're a great director and friend.
Likewise, eh? Now let's finish enjoying this movie before we get kicked out for talking too much.
Hi there. How's your day been so far?
Pretty good, thanks. Just busy making lots of coffee for our customers.
Same here, I've been baking up a storm in the kitchen. What's your specialty?
Definitely the latte art. Have you tried making any designs yet?
I'm still working on my skills, but I'd love to learn more from you. Maybe we can share some tips later?
That sounds great. And speaking of sharing, do you have any tips for making the perfect cake?
Well, it really depends on the recipe. But I find that using high-quality ingredients, precise measurements, and patience are key.
Good advice. Do you have any new flavors you're working on?
Actually, I just finished a lavender honey cake. It's a new flavor I'm trying out.
Sounds delicious. I bet it pairs perfectly with a nice latte.
Definitely. And what's your favorite latte to pair with cakes?
For me, it's a classic vanilla latte. It's a simple but delicious combo.
That sounds perfect. How about we make some fresh out of the oven cakes and lattes for ourselves to enjoy?
Sounds like a plan to me. Let's get to work.
Hi, B. How's it going?
Not bad, hey. Just trying to figure out how we can achieve complete test coverage.
Yeah, that's a tough one. We need to make sure every feature is tested thoroughly.
Exactly. I was thinking we could start by breaking down the testing phases into smaller, more manageable tasks.
That's a good approach. We can then identify the areas that need the most attention.
And prioritize those areas for testing. We should also consider using a variety of test scenarios to ensure maximum coverage.
Good point. We could use boundary value analysis, equivalence partitioning, and other techniques to create a comprehensive test suite.
We should also pay attention to the edge cases and negative scenarios.
Right. We need to make sure our tests cover all possible scenarios, even the unlikely ones.
And we can't forget about regression testing. We need to make sure our tests are still valid after changes are made.
Agreed. And we should also automate as much as possible to save time and ensure consistency.
Automation is definitely key. By using tools like Selenium and JMeter, we can easily run tests and record results.
Overall, we just need to be thorough and diligent in our testing efforts.
Absolutely. With a solid plan and execution, we can achieve complete test coverage and ensure high-quality software.